Hello and welcome everybody to Vesever Storytime. How are you all doing today? I'm a little excited here. This is Infectious Madness of Dr. Dekker. Is a long name to say. But I'm looking forward to it because it's a little different than what the other FMV games we've played. They've all had options and clicking, and yes, this one, it appears what we need to do is ask questions ourselves. And then it will play certain things based upon that. And we have to find out stuff. Now, the really neat thing about it is they also included a whole range of questions. Some that are apparently really out there that people might ask, but they don't really have anything to do with the story. Anyways, let us begin. Pay no mind to that ending screen. All right. Now, while I was looking through it originally, here's the options. The no response videos. Pretty much this here is going to be if you ask a question that they don't have a video for. Like, what is the square root of 24? I doubt they're going to have a video for that. So that probably it's going to show a picture of them. What are you talking about or whatever. So you could actually turn that off. I'm going to keep it on so that we can have fun seeing those lovely interactions, as well as this way I actually know instead of hitting enter and nothing happening. Going, eh? We always love our subtitles. All about that English. Everything else is good. We've got the hint timer down to easy, 30 seconds. So this way, excuse me, if we get stuck, we can ask for a hint. No sense being absolutely stuck for hours and hours. That would be no fun. And there is no detriments to using hints in this game, because some of the questions they've admitted are a little off the wall. So if you want to see everything, you're going to need to use hints. The one downside, another downside that I've noticed with this is there is no pausing in the videos. So unfortunately, once it's gone, it's going. If I click, it automatically skips. So my hand has, once the video is playing, I gotta go, whoa! Keep my hands up. Keep your hands where you can see them. Hello, Duke. How are you doing today? Welcome. And now, let's start.
The faculty thinks I've gone loopy, like some kind of spongy Mobius strip. That's why I'm here, isn't it, Dr. Dekker?
I can see people's dreams.
I've set up an experiment.
My dad is trying to hurt me.
Oh no.
Quantum suicide. Have you heard of it?
If I concentrate
I think I have heard of quantum suicide, actually.
And I know when the person's going to be asleep.
Shoot,
I can
from
have
where?
the dream with them.
Well, let's call him God.
Darn.
He creates this world for his amusement, something he can play with and occasionally alter to suit his mood.
It feels like the paintings are watching me.
Sometimes, when I walk through a door, it takes me somewhere else.
Well,
Literally somewhere else.
Going through a door.
God loves chaos, but something goes wrong. Man and woman evolve. What was once chaotic becomes, well, more ordered.
It starts as a door-to-door saleswoman. Double glazing, probably.
Dr. Dekker, I think we both know what you dreamed about last night.
Seen its silhouette changing through the window.
Because he thinks I'm evil. Because I can see things other people
Oh,
can't.
that poor girl.
On the basis the central component of our universe is chaos, science can only document a perception of the chaos at any one given moment in time.
I did what you said, Doctor. They arrested me.
Which means that at any given moment, we can choose to alter our perception of the world, no matter how much chaos that would cause.
I thought you were supposed to fix me.
I'm telling you, it's eating people. And you're just laughing.
You're insane, Doctor.
Listen to me. You're not listening. It's your only bloody job.
Hmm.
Doctor, you're late. And after all those promises, never mind, let's not keep the patient. You're late. And after all those promises, you're late. And after all those and after all those promises, never mind.
Doctor. Who are you? Wow. Look, we're the perfect doctor. Yeah, it's
You're late. And after all those promises, never mind, let's not keep the patients waiting. And if you want anything, just... Oh, sorry, I forgot. I'm not going to be here. The police still have some questions they want to ask about, you know. And then after that, I'm dropping in to see Ben. He's still in shock, and I thought we'd show we cared. We do still care, don't we, Doctor? Good. Anyway, I hope you're all caught up on Dr. Dekker's tapes. I think Mariana is in first, but I'm sure they'll all become a blur by the end of the day. I'll see you later. Or tomorrow. Probably tomorrow. I'll leave it to you then.
I can't stop being late. I'm sorry, Duke. Mariana's in first. Patients' names have dots next to them. Red, keep talking. Amber, you're done. Green, you've asked everything. Going green is optional. Alright, so, patients. Mariana. You have the notes. Verbal mirroring. A new study in psychology yesterday suggests using the same words as your patient increases trust. Use yes or no when answering questions. If my patients seem confused, I've probably asked something they have more than one answer to. Do. Say hello to patients, find out what's wrong with them, and see what they know about Dekker. Annotation idea. Star, should follow this up. Double star, definitely follow this up. I'll remove those when done. Okay. So, now this is where we can type in any question we like. If we're looking for hints, we can go, oh, no. Oh, you type hint. And then there's some questions or things right here to kind of get the ball rolling. So rather than the type hello, let's use this.
Mariana. Are you feeling okay?
I just said hello! Oh, interesting. So if you want to, you could even just do this drop down. Am I feeling okay? I mean, apparently we're late all the time. People are thinking that we're not being very good. So you know what? We're going to say no. I'm not feeling okay.
You got a lot of new patients, huh? Don't worry, we don't bite. Well, most of us.
Why are you
I
here?
think you're supposed to tell me what's wrong with me. Isn't that how it works? The police keep picking me up for public nudity.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Public nudity. Look, these responses. Okay, that's what her responses are so far. Question history. Cool. My notes. So yeah, there's the double star on why are you here? And no, I'm not feeling okay. Oh. Can we see it? All right, I'll ask. Can we see an example?
I have no idea about that.
There you go, Duke. What about show me what you mean?
That doesn't mean anything to me.
Sorry, Duke. You know, I tried. Why have you been picked up for public
black
nudity?
out. And then the next thing I remember, I'm naked on the beach. Like I've been washed up, unsure.
Hello, Vito. You're in for a real treat here.
Nobody's pressed charges yet, but I can feel it. The police are getting suspicious.
How are you feeling? Have we talked about that already? Curses. What? No, I'm feeling okay. Not feeling okay. Why are you not feeling okay?
That doesn't really mean anything to me.
Why are you not okay?
I don't know. You got a lot of new patients, huh? Don't worry.
Oh, you can
we
replay
don't
it.
Bite. Well, most
Oh,
of us.
interesting. Wait. Who bites?
I think you're reading a bit too much into things. Be careful with that.
Oh gosh, and that still has one. Star, we can go further into that. Ask her what she's wearing? Okay. What are you wearing? I mean, it's pretty
Nope.
good dress.
Don't know.
Sorry, she doesn't know. Tell me about your necklace.
I don't know about that.
Darn, because it looks like it's an octopus. We got the Cthulhu going on there. Do you bite? Aw. Because
I think you're reading a bit too much into things.
we'll probably be careful about
Be
what.
careful with that.
Be careful about what?
It's just when you open Pandora's box, you can't unsee it.
So far, you know, I don't know anything. This game's open up, boom, I've got people on my couch. And it's alluding to that there was an event. Okay, so we've exhausted all avenues down there. And do you often black
I do
out?
suffer from blackouts, which is strange as I can hold my breath for a really long time. But I'm not swimming before I black out. Dr. Dekker thought it was anxiety originally. Then he worked it out.
Then he worked it out. How so? Yes, tell me about the beach. No, what did he work out?
He eventually decided it wasn't anxiety, but I'm not going to tell you his final diagnosis. We should have a fresh start.
Ah,
I don't want you influenced by the prognosis.
I see how it is. Fine then, tell me about the beach.
I work for myself. I make bracelets from things I find on the beach and sell them online. I spend a lot of time at the beach. It's just way more relaxing than anywhere else. You should come with me one day. I can show you all the sights.
Ooh. Tell me about the sights.
No, I don't know about that.
What sights?
I don't have an answer for that.
There's just... Okay, you know, let's see here.
That's not really helping with my blackouts.
Sorry, Duke. Looks like... Oh, 20 questions! Yay! Unfortunately, it was not... She knows nothing about the most awful, the most tragic, the most despairing event in the world. Sorry. I tried. Hello, Anna. We are talking to Mariana currently right now. We're trying to figure out... something? There's apparently a murder. And then we took on Dr. Drekker's patients. I'm guessing he was the one who was murdered? And this gal right here is suffering from blackouts and public nudity. So...
I want to stop having the blackouts. I want to stop waking up at the beach. I want to remember those entire evenings. Can you suggest anything that might help?
Intern. Oh, I guess because I talked about a lot of stuff. Why have you been... So,
I black out. And then the next thing I remember, I'm naked on the beach, like I've been washed up on shore. Nobody's pressed charges yet, but I can feel it. The police are getting suspicious.
oh, has she taken drugs? That's a good question.
I don't know about that.
No, she doesn't know. Ooh, have you tried to film your blackouts?
I film myself doing lots of things. It's not so easy to do when you're blacked out.
What do you film? Oh, it's too similar. Lars Mandel, thank you very much for that, host. It's been a while. What have you been up to? I'm trying to think. Oh, there's something else that I can ask about. Why have you been picked up for public nudity? Well, I'm not sure how to phrase it. How often do you black out? No, that's close. Too close. Tell me more about the public nudity? Oh, that's too similar as well. How long do you experience these blackouts?
I do suffer from blackouts, which is strange as I can hold my breath for a really long time. But I'm not swimming before I black out. Dr. Dekker thought it was anxiety originally. Then he worked it out.
How long can you hold your breath?
I don't have an answer for that.
Oh.
Will you do it for me? Will you watch me to see what happens?
When do you black out? Who is the doctor? I am the doctor now. Dekker was her old doctor. Apparently he did have a prognosis for her. That wasn't anxiety. But she doesn't want on to tell me. She wants me to figure out for myself, so it doesn't influence it. I don't know if he's murdered. We know that there was a murder, apparently. Oh, right. Will you watch? Yeah, I've got to answer her. Yes, I'll watch it.
So, it's a date then. I'll let you know when.
Oh. Uh-oh. Going across a doctor-patient confidentiality line? Oh no.
Dr. Dekker was fine. He had good relationships with his patients as far as I know. I'm not sure why anyone would want him dead.
Okay, so yes, he's dead. That wasn't what I asked you, but
Well, that's why you're here, isn't it? You've replaced him. He was a good listener. I hope you are. Dr. Dekker could really get inside you. It was, unsettling. But you let him do it. Part of the process, I guess.
What was part of the process?
Dr. Dekker thought I had generalized anxiety disorder. GAD? Because of the blackouts. He thought I was breathing badly. Do you think I'm breathing badly?
Yes or no? Yeah, your breathing seems normal to me.
You can check my breathing if you want. Do you want me to lie down? Can you tell just by looking at me?
Get inside her if
I'm
you just
not
like
worried
Dr.
about
Dekker,
it,
I know,
just
right?
if you are,
Maybe holding your breath makes you black out. Ah, that's
I'm
interesting.
not sure holding my breath too long is causing blackouts. I mean, it could, but I don't remember ever having a blackout when I'm holding my breath.
Can you hold your breath right now?
I don't know.
Please hold your breath.
No, I don't know about that.
Why are you flirting?
Wow. Let's get straight to it then. I'm not sure I feel comfortable speaking with you about that at the moment.
Well, there you go, Anna. Get inside her. Yeah, Dr. Dekker was inside her. What prognosis are you looking for? Why don't you want to say the prognosis?
I'm not sure holding my breath too long is causing blackouts. I mean, it could, but I don't remember ever having a blackout when I'm holding my breath.
What is causing the blackouts?
I normally black out when I'm dancing. I like dancing. Do you like dancing?
Yes, I love dancing.
Cool. I dance to anything with a beat.
What is your favorite song?
I have
Oh,
no idea about that.
Hey Lars, how's it going? Things are going along pretty well so far. This game is already entertaining, even though we just started. So dancing is causing the blackouts. Oh yeah, where do you
I dance a
dance?
lot at nightclubs. I know most of the nightclubs around here. My favorite is the Pearl because they sell cheap vodka shots all night.
Are you getting drugged? Are you getting roofied?
Nope. Don't know.
She dances, she blacks out at these clubs, then she wakes up naked on a beach. I'm sorry, but there's like big warning bells going off here about this. Maybe it's the alcohol, not the dancing.
I don't drink.
Oh. Okay. I guess it's the dancing.
You think my dancing causes my blackouts? No, I know it's the last thing I remember, but I don't think it's that. Sometimes I remember more, but I'm tired now. Is that it for today?
No. No, that is not it for today.
That's not really helping with my blackouts.
That's too bad. So technically she's Amber. So that would be, I could stop right there. But two more things
I
wanna
do
know.
suffer from blackouts, which is strange as I can hold my breath for a really long time. But I'm not swimming before I black out. Dr. Dekker thought it was anxiety originally. Then he worked it out.
What did he work out? I don't know. I don't know. No. Oh, that's a good question, I think. Do you ever find your clothes after you black
I
out?
never find my clothes. I don't know why I'm naked.
Think she's being gassed? I don't know, yeah.
I guess people see me and call the police. but someone will take offense eventually, and I'll be charged with indecent exposure.
Makes sense. Now, is your hair wet? Like, yeah, she's waking up at the beach, but
When
has
I
she been
wake
swimming?
up, my hair is dry, but it's pretty hot at the moment. I get baked quickly by the sun. It's possible I've been in the sea during my blackout.
Or maybe you go there, you collapse, and you come back. Why do you hold your breath so much?
I hold my breath when I'm swimming underwater. Most people do. Sometimes, if I'm really excited, I'll hold my breath accidentally, just for a few seconds. I don't know why.
Why do you keep
I
going to
love
the beach?
Until somebody tells me it's going to kill me, I'll keep going. Have you ever been addicted to something, Doctor?
No, I have not.
That's a shame. You need to have a passion for something, Doctor.
Oh, I should have said I'm addicted to gaming. Oh no, I can't stop.
I've been a patient here for 3 months. Today is my patient birthday. Do I get a cake or something?
Happy birthday. Can I say yes, you get a cake? Yes, you can have a cake.
That is so sweet. Thank you, Doctor.
Need to go to your PC? Excellent, Hannah. Now you can type questions a lot easier. How does this make you feel?
Like you're not listening.
Sorry. Perhaps you should ask someone else a question. Okay, that actually gets her green? No. Your hair wet when you wake up, and where do you dance? And do you often black out? Still have some stuff here. Oh wow, a few things. Difference to having passion and being addicted. That is very true. So I want to try a hint. What's this like when you do this? Does she swim in the sea? Oh. Do you swim in the sea?
I'm confused. Which bit should I answer first?
Do you swim?
I'm a great swimmer. I won all these medals at school. I can hold my breath a really long time. Too long. Really.
Too long. Oh, well. Where do you swim? Do you swim in the sea? Do you swim in the sea?
Sometimes I go swimming in the sea. I don't always black out.
What's up with the holding breath? Yeah, I know, that's an odd question. Why do you hold your breath for so long? Because we've already talked about it, kind of, is the problem. What's the next hint? What's gonna she tell me about the pearl? Oh yeah, the bar. Yeah, about the pearl.
The pearl is great because the people are so relaxed. I think that's got a lot to do with the cheap vodka shots, or maybe it's just the black lighting. Who knows?
Okay. Do you like asphyxiation? Are you into breath play?
That doesn't really mean anything to me.
Are you attracted to death? Are you attracted to death by button mash?
That doesn't mean anything to me.
Yeah, well, she says that's why people like going. There's the cheap vodka shots. Not that she likes the cheap vodka shots. Okay, I followed up on all the important stuff. Oh, that's a good question. Do you go to clubs alone? Or is someone with her when this is
I'm not
happening?
seeing anyone at the moment, if that's what you're asking. Why can't a girl go to a club on her own? I like dancing. I don't have many real friends, I suppose, but that's what happens when you move about a lot.
Oh, she moves a lot. Why do you move a lot?
I move around when I dance, and geographically speaking,
That's not answering. Why do you move? Why do you move geographically? Ooh, that's a good question, Anna. When was the last time you moved? No, that's too similar. What is your favorite place you lived?
that doesn't mean anything to me.
Roommates. Ooh, where do you live?
No, I don't know about that.
Do you live alone?
I don't know about that.
Who are her real friends? That's what we're trying to find out here. Who are your friends?
Like I said, I don't really know anyone around here.
Who are your real friends? Oh. Do you have friends? I mean, she says she... Yeah, okay, that's... What is your relationship with your mom? Tell me about your parents.
Nope, don't know.
Thinking we've got... Are you adopted?
I don't know.
At least she doesn't think so. Do you remember anything during her blackouts? No. I mean, that's a good question to ask.
I mean, I don't really remember anything from the time I black out. I'm lucky to be alive, I guess.
Yeah, there isn't really... There's just this one green... Oh, two green stars.
I black out. And then the next thing I remember, I'm naked on the beach.
We've talked about the
Like I've
beach.
been washed up on shore.
Talked about blackouts.
Nobody's pressed charges yet, but I
We've
can
talked
feel
about pressing charges.
the police are getting suspicious.
Oh, why are the police getting suspicious? Why are the police getting suspicious?
I think they think I'm a naturist or something. They picked me up 5 times in the last month.
5 times? I don't think she's asked anything about that. Yeah, okay, she did. How do you know when? How often do you black out? How are you? Nah. Why a naturalist? Because they keep picking her up naked 5 times in a month.
I black out. And then the next thing I remember, I'm naked on the beach. Like I've been washed up on shore. Nobody's pressed charges yet, but I can feel it. The police are getting suspicious.
There's still more about that. What can you feel? No. Another in time. Can she earn enough money selling things online? Okay.
It's early days. The business isn't doing that great, but I really enjoy my job, if that helps. You can make a lot of money, or you can have a lot of fun, but you can't usually do both.
Yes, because she's usually selling things from the beach. What prognosis are you looking for? Yeah, she wanders the beach and she makes little bracelets with things that she finds on there, and she sells those online.
I want
That's her
to
job.
stop having the blackouts. I want to stop waking up at the beach. I want to remember those entire evenings. Can you suggest anything that might help?
Hmm. Hmm. Lose weight, stop smoking, exercise. Something must apply. Oh gosh, have you? She doesn't need to lose weight though. Smoking.
Yes, the miracle cure that fixes all problems. You sound like a real doctor now.
AK, thank you very much for that lurk. Trying to lose weight. I don't want to ask this because it's stupid. Okay, good. That's everything. Accompanied with that. Oh, are there any signs of injury or assault after the blackouts? I mean, that's also a good one.
Nothing like that. I usually wake up on my side like I've been sleeping. Sometimes I'm partially covered by seaweed.
Did you put the seaweed there?
I don't have an answer for that.
How are you covered?
I have. No, nothing like that.
There's something more we can
wake
ask
up
about
on
this.
my side like I've been sleeping. Sometimes I'm partially covered by seaweed.
How long do you sleep?
When I wake up on the beach, I normally feel refreshed, which is weird, right? I'm not scared. Not yet. I just want to know what's going on.
Okay, so I did figure out all that. Nice, nice. Nice. Need one more green. Prognosis are you looking for?
I want to stop having the blackouts. I want to stop waking up at the beach. I want to remember those entire evenings. Can you suggest anything that might help?
Why do you want to get better?
That doesn't
Okay.
really...
Maybe she should stop dancing. Oh.
If that's what you want, I'll stop clubbing for a while. It's no biggie.
She's green! That's everything! Now, it's a key thing to keep in mind that you do not have to green everyone. We just need to get them to amber in order to continue on. But she was interesting enough. I was actually genuinely interested. It's like, okay, so yeah, she's having blackouts. She doesn't remember anything. Why? What's this? And there's actually wanted to know more. All right. So, I guess let's go down here. So this way we've got the two at the bottom done. To Nathan. Hello.
I'm Nathan Peel. I'm a supermarket worker from well, hell, really.
Oh dear. Team Roofies? But she says she doesn't drink at all. She just goes there to dance. So I don't know. Tell me about hell.
I imagine what I'm experiencing now might be a type of hell. Not everyone burns in flames with the devil on their back. I'm hoping you can make sense of my problem.
What is your problem?
It's like those montages you get in movies. Time passes, you wake up, shave, if you feel like it, shower, get dressed. What's the point? You get this day over and over. Nothing changes. Am I in purgatory, Doctor?
Some could say that life is a sort of purgatory. Yes. Ooh, why purgatory?
Because I'm stuck between this day and the next. Most of the time, anyway.
Yeah, this guy is Big Boo. This is kind of like how everybody's feeling these days, stuck in quarantine and stuff. So about the
Dr.
murder.
Dekker's murder was sudden. Brutal. It's terrible. But Doctor, 2 weeks. 2 weeks I had of rolling days. No do-overs. No Monday, Monday, Monday. I wouldn't kill anyone, though. I'd have to keep doing it, wouldn't I? Few things seem to move me forward.
What moves you forward? Not your...
To move forward, I really have to see something that feels like it can't be rewound. Like a death or some other tragedy. It's not enough to hear it or read it. I've got to see it. I suppose from that point of view, it looks like I'm in control of things.
Century? What does that mean? 100 questions asked. Oh dear lord, I've asked that many questions already? Have you seen a death?
I don't know. Sorry.
Okay. Yeah, why has nothing changed?
Sometimes it looks different. Sometimes the bird song will change, or the weather will be less bleak, or that person who nodded at you yesterday doesn't do it today. But it doesn't usually change. You need a tragic event for change, like a murder.
I don't know. Tell me about Dekker.
Dr. Dekker was a complex man. I spent a lot of time with him, but he won't remember it that way.
Why wouldn't he remember it that way? Why?
As far as Dr. Dekker was concerned, we had Monday, then moved on to Tuesday. But me, I had Monday 5, 10, 50 times before I got to Tuesday.
Okay. The same
I watched
day.
that Bill Murray film, Groundhog Day, to see if there's any clues. To see if there's any clues. That's how bad it's gotten. I'm looking for a cure in a Hollywood movie. Can you help me, Doctor?
No. I can't help you. I'm going to try to help.
How, but thank you, Doctor. This is our first time around, and I trust you.
Uh-oh. Why do you trust me?
You asked me that yesterday. I didn't have an answer for you then either.
You said this is the first time. Tell me a tragic event.
It was my fault. I pulled out and the lorry just rammed me. Well, Hannah. She was sat next to me. I was in shock, obviously. And when I came to, she was so close to me. It was like she was trying to hug me. But it wasn't right. Not natural. Bits of metal pushing through her. That was 5 years ago.
Yeah, that would be traumatic. Yeah, tell me about who's Hannah.
My fiancée.
Oh
My
god.
childhood sweetheart.
Oh
Met at
dear.
secondary school. She was head girl. I was the quiet one. She
Oh
liked
boy.
computer games, so I instantly fell for her. I proposed in Goldshire. She said she didn't date elves, so I leveled up to a human necromancer and asked again. Sorry, it's Warcraft. We spent a lot of time on there.
That's beautiful. That is beautiful. Tell me more about this Warcraft.
We played World of Warcraft a lot together. I guess it's not the cool thing to do anymore. But we had a lot of memories there. To be honest, it reminds me a lot of life now. The same thing over and over again. Bring me X bunnies to make a stew. Y badger teeth. Rinse, repeat. Maybe I'm just grinding life.
Yeah, I mad props to the devs for this already. The fact that they're even willing to go in depth about World of Warcraft in this is really cool. How many alts did you have?
I don't have anything to say about that.
What is your highest level?
I don't have an answer to the question, as always. We played World of Warcraft.
There's more questions I can ask about Warcraft. Alliance or Horde?
No, sorry.
Darn, I wanted to know more. What's this? Okay, yes, 5 years.
I was fine for quite a while after the accident. Well, being treated for depression.
I'm a terrible
I
doctor.
thought I was cured. It was only recently after meeting Dr. Dekker that I had a strange deja vu. I'm exhausted. Doctor, is our time up?
Whoa, we just got started, boy. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, so you're not even Amber. Come on, boy. I'm a terrible doctor. Here we are. He just tells me about his fiance being like pierced with metal close to him from being struck by a car, and that they're met in Goldshire about it. And then I'm like, hold up. That's cool and all, but tell me more about this Warcraft.
I've been shrunk for that already. If I had that day again, I wouldn't make the same mistake. Hannah would still be alive. We'd probably have a family by now.
5
I
years,
haven't had
maybe.
any relationships since then.
Oh, Ethan's Amber.
I saw the conflict that Dr. Dekker was going through. Let's just say you might look back on your life and think there's nothing you would have done differently. No 2 days were alike for him in the end. Like he couldn't decide what to do with himself.
So in other words, he's going through some problems.
He was like a kid in a sweet shop. He had so many options, he didn't know what to do. I suppose if you take too long picking, all your options run away.
Interesting. I find it also odd that we're asking the patients about Dr. Dekker. Did a montage. Ooh, why are you grinding life? There we go.
I'm not really fit for work
Leroy
anymore.
Jenkins, that's a good question.
I work in produce at the local supermarket. That mainly involves lifting heavy crates of fruit and veg into place for people to buy, and doing that over and over again. My muscles don't seem to have grown much. I think that maybe I'm not aging. When the day resets, I just reset with it. I used to be a builder. What? I don't know.
Nah, unfortunately, he doesn't know about Leroy Jenkins. Don't think you're aging. Yeah, that's... Ooh, can you go back and save Hannah?
No, I can't move backwards any more than a day. I don't really seem to control it. It's generally always on. I have to try and change something to move forward.
What have you tried to change?
I can't answer that.
Darn.
I'm 57.
I think you're aging.
Kidding. Just if you spent the whole day at the gym and then repeat that day and not go, you'd have achieved nothing.
Okay.
Most of my
Like a
days are blurred.
montage.
I'm not sure if it's the sleeping tablets I'm on or just how I've learned to switch off.
Sleeping tablets?
I'm on temazepam. Dr. Dekker prescribed them for me. He thought I would sleep through to a whole new day. I didn't.
Side effects?
I don't know anything about
Okay.
it.
What else we got here? Why are you grinding life? 5 years ago is a long time. What moves you forward? Nice. Okay.
To move forward, I really have to see something that feels like it can't be rewound, like a death or some other tragedy. It's not enough to hear it or read it. I've got to see it. I suppose from that point of view, it looks like I'm in control of things.
You feel like you are not in control.
I'm not in control. Doctor, look at me. I'm broken. You need to help me.
Yay. Aha, I did finish that one. Beautiful. 5 years is a long
I
time.
was fine for quite a while after the accident. Well, being treated for depression. I thought I was cured. It was only recently after meeting Dr. Dekker that I had a strange deja vu. I'm exhausted. Doctor, is that...
Deja vu? Oh. Depression.
I do suffer from depression, but it's not very surprising, is it? I used to get fatigue, too. Just overwhelming tiredness.
Oh yeah, I
don't
know
really
that
get
feeling.
anymore. I've just learned to accept that this is my life now.
You just sit there and just can't do anything. Ugh.
I'm not really fit for work anymore. I work in produce at the local supermarket. That mainly involves...
Okay. Not fit for work. Okay, maybe not.
I'm not really fit for work anymore. I work in produce at the local supermarket. That mainly involves lifting heavy crates of fruit and veg into place for people to buy, and doing that over and over again. My muscles don't seem to have grown much. I think that maybe I'm not aging. When the day resets, I just reset with it. I used to be a builder.
We haven't heard about him building. Builder?
I used to be a builder, a contractor. I had to quit. It's hard watching a house get built only to start all over again the next day. I needed something less obvious.
Well, that's interesting. Oh, hey, I greened him. And I didn't use a single hint. Ha ha, yes. I mean, I'm using these drop downs for easy, quick questions. Help speed things up a bit. Okay, these characters are actually really interesting so far. Mariana and Nathan. They all have a little something. Ellen. Hello!
I'm Elin. I'm 25 and I'm a nurse. God, I sound like I'm on one of those dating shows.
Do you like dating shows?
I'm not really looking for love at the moment. I'm sort of married to my work, but in a good way.
Is there a bad way?
I feel really bad I can't answer your questions. I like animals. Let's talk about that.
What is your favorite? Oh my gosh. Animal.
I love animals, especially cats.
Oh boy.
I think everyone is
Cats.
either a cat person or a dog person. What are you, Doctor?
I am a dog person. No. My dog's like, oh. went back to sleep.
Dr. Dekker was a dog person. Maybe it's a therapist thing.
Tell me about the murder. Tell me about
I've
Dekker.
known a lot of doctors over the years. Most of them arrogant idiots who think nurses are just there to do their bidding, or worse. Dr. Dekker was different. He had a lot of time for me. He was interested in my problems.
What are your problems? So far, you're...
I started seeing Dr. Dekker a few months ago. I thought it would be nice to have someone I could talk to about work. It can get a bit stressful sometimes.
Stressful, you say?
It can be sad sometimes. I don't like losing a patient, but that's the job. I don't get stressed about it or anything.
Mm-hmm. Lost patient.
I don't know, sorry.
Oh. I mean, yeah, as a nurse, it's true. They're going to have a lot of that stuff. How many people have you lost?
I don't know. I feel like I'm the weakest link or something.
Do you watch a lot of the telly?
I'd really like to be able to answer you.
Did you like
He was a
Dekker?
bit offbeat, but yeah, I liked him. But then I like most people.
Do you like me?
No.
Oh no! Why? Why? She's so mean. So mean. Oof. Big oof. Are you lying about being stressed? No, let's find out what kind
I
of
work in a
nurse.
nursing home for the elderly. I basically do end-of-life care.
Oh, well, of course she's going to see a lot of people die then if she does end of life care. What's end of life care? I know what
The
end of
usual
life care
things.
is.
Making sure
Oh, yeah, I
patients
guess.
are comfortable, making sure they're not in any pain, and I talk to them. I keep them company. Some of them get pretty frightened about what's coming.
Yeah.
Well, those of them that aren't out of it on meds. I comfort them.
It takes a very special kind of person to be able to do that because that's really hard. That is a hard job. Why are patients frightened? Because they're going to die.
Death is frightening, isn't it? Isn't it what everyone's afraid of? The great unknown. No one should have to face that alone.
I like how she's talking about that, zooming in slowly. Are some patients out of meds because they're in pain?
I don't like it when patients are heavily sedated, especially when there are alternatives, like herbal remedies.
Oh no.
I mean, imagine if you only had a few days or weeks left to live. Would you want to spend it asleep?
Depends on the pain. I mean, if somebody came up to me and said, yo, Vesever, you are going to die within a week, and I feel like I do right now. Oh no. Oh no, dude. No, no, no!
Most people.
Do you like me?
No.
Oh no! Why? Why? It was so rough. She's so mean. So mean. Why? Why you gotta clip that? Reminding me of how much she hates me. Hey, Daddy. I'm sad. In case you didn't see what Duke was able to clip, here you go. Oh, how are you doing? Anyways, as I was saying, if somebody came up to me right now and said that I'm going to die in a week. You can either live out this week as you are right now, or I can give you these lovely happy pills and you can trip out for this last week. I'd have to say that I wouldn't want to sleep through it. But if I was in crippling pain, I was like in this horrific accident, I'm sitting there like all bandaged up, stuck in a hospital bed, every day is like a 9 or 10 out of 10 on the pain scale, I could see the point then. Because if you're just stuck lying there in constant pain, not being able to do anything for a whole week, yeah, no, that at that point, let me sleep. Let me have trippy happy thoughts. You're okay, good to hear, Danny.
Exactly. I feel like it's almost criminal. Like you're robbing people of their last moments on Earth. You should be able to savor the experience, not sleep your way to death.
So it's tough. It's one of those things like, yes or no? Ooh, why should people savor dying? Question.
I'm not saying anyone should be happy about dying. I've seen lots of people die, and it's a special moment. There's literally nothing else like it.
Do you like death?
No, I don't like it. I feel lucky to share that moment with them. To be there with them when it happens. You know what I mean?
No, I don't. Yeah, she mentioned
I'm a
herbal
qualified
remedies.
herbalist.
Oh, goodness.
It's okay, you can laugh.
Oh.
Most people think herbalism is a joke. But I'd much rather help my patients sleep at night with valerian or passion flower
Valerian,
than
eh?
lorazepam, temazepam, or zolpidem.
Zolpidem. One moment here. I think. Zolpidem. Oh, it's not right here. That's too far to scroll. Something like that. No, it's something different. Never mind. I'm just thinking of things of, yes. Lying about being stressed.
It's not the job that stresses me. It's the people I work with.
Oh,
the
it
other
usually
nurses.
is.
They're mean to me.
Ooh, did you see her lips twitching when that? How are they mean?
They call me the angel of death.
Uh-oh.
Because so many patients have died on my shift.
That's a big warning flag.
I don't think they mean it. Obviously, it's not my fault. It just seems to happen that way.
Danny, I think she's got that milk of the poppy in her pocket right now. Weird saying the moment of death especially. Yeah, she has a very strange fascination with death. Yeah, that's how many patients have died?
3 last month. 3 the month before that, I think. But only 1 so far this month, so that's good. Although one of my patients, Hilda, I don't think she's got long.
I mean, it's tough because she's also a nurse specifically for people that are going to be passing on. So the mortality, oh, that's tough because technically the mortality rate's would be higher. But at the same time, yeah, once a week, that does seem pretty high, doesn't it, Duke? Doesn't it? Who is Hilda?
She's one of the crotchety ones. Always swearing and spitting at me. Never got anything nice to say. Thinks we're going to smother her in her sleep or something. She doesn't bother me, though.
Are you sure about that?
No, sorry, I don't know.
Do you spit back?
I don't know anything about that.
I know, Coltrane Killer, she's coming off. Got a note that Terry called? Where is this from?
Terry's one of the other nurses at the home. I don't think she likes me very much.
Why?
I'm really bad at this, aren't I?
Oh. Why doesn't she like you?
I haven't really got anything to say about that. Maybe we should talk about you.
Whoa. Whoa. Talk about me. Okay, finally, what do you know about his murder?
I think it's terrible what happened to him. So awful. No one deserves to die like that.
How did he die?
No, sorry.
Ah!
I'd been seeing him for about 9 months, I think.
Interesting. All right, time for us to do the whole scroll down and think up of our own questions. All right, any greenies? Oh, wow. Look at this. We've done mad work here. Oh, hello has a green.
I'm Elin. I'm 25 and I'm a nurse.
We know that she's a
God,
nurse.
I sound like I'm on one of
Ask her
those
about
dating shows.
show. I thought. Are you single? Is that going to be a question? Okay. Dating show? Yeah. And we already know what kind of nurse she is too, so I'm not sure what more questions would be asked there. Have you been on a dating show before? No. Okay. You don't get the weird camera pans. I suppose it's just so this way it's a bit more artistic. It's not just somebody sitting there talking like this the entire time.
I've known a lot of doctors over the years. Most of them arrogant idiots who think nurses are just there to do their bidding, or worse. Dr. Dekker was different. He had a lot of time for me. He was interested in my...
How was Dekker different? Yeah, we talked about that, okay. Because he had lots of time for her. Are your patients frightened?
Death is frightening, isn't it? Isn't it what everyone's afraid of? The great unknown. No one should have to face that alone.
How long has she been a nurse? That is a good question. No, it's too similar apparently. Let's see notes. Sorry for writing your notes. Say hello to Elin for me. Let her know who that you're. Oh! Oh, that's where it says that. Who is Jaya?
I haven't really got anything to...
Okay, that's the woman that was talking to me earlier, I think. How this makes her feel. As Mariana should have stopped going to the beach. Oh, wait. This is all about Mariana. Why? Mentioned herbal
I'm a qualified herbalist. It's okay, you can laugh. Most people think herbalism is a joke. But I'd much rather help my patients sleep at night with valerian or passion flower than lorazepam, temazepam, or zolpidem.
I don't think where she studied trained, they don't go that in depth into the person. And why is she married to her work?
Yes, I love my job. I love my patients. Even the really crotchety ones, you know? Oh God, you should hear what comes out of their mouths. They're like my children in a way. That sounds weird, doesn't it?
Do you have kids?
I don't have any kids. Maybe I will one day, I don't know.
She's very bouncy when
At the
she
moment,
talks.
All my energy is focused on taking care of my patients. They call me the Angel of Death because so many patients have died on my shift.
We already asked about how many patients have died.
I mean it. Obviously, it's not my fault. It just seems to happen that way.
How do your patients die?
No, sorry.
That's what I just asked! How do your patients die? What's causing all these patient deaths?
They're old. People die when they're old. I mean, medically speaking, it's heart failure, or organ failure, or pneumonia. They're all natural causes, though.
Okay. Vesever, hello. Welcome to Party Central. How you doing? Why is she a qualified herbalist? Because she doesn't trust medicine. One thing I'd like is if I could just click it
Traditional
and it pops
medicine
up.
makes patients worse sometimes, don't you think? You must see it all the time, Doctor. You take one pill, then have to take 5 other pills to deal with the side effects. Herbs are kinder. Obviously, you have to be careful, just like with everything. Giving the wrong combination can be deadly. Fortunately, I know what I'm doing.
House officer. Oh, cool. Getting achievements everywhere. 100 responses revealed. Is she afraid of death?
No, death doesn't scare me. It's probably because I've been around it so much, but I haven't seen anything that's made me feel like it's something to fear. I don't think death is an end. I think it's a doorway to another place. I'm just not sure where. Where do you think we go when we die, Doctor?
Oh gosh, she's getting all existential with me? I think we all go to hell.
Hell isn't real. Whoever came up with that idea has a lot to answer for.
Do you think heaven is real?
I don't believe in God, so I can't really claim to believe in heaven.
Do you believe him?
I'd really like to be able to answer you.
What happens after death?
I don't know.
Oh,
I feel like
there's still more. Maybe she thinks we go purgatory. Oh, okay, that's a fair shake.
I thought I was stuck in purgatory once. But then I realised I was just watching a really, really bad film. Terrible at jokes.
Do that one often enough. Oh, there's still more. But what? About Dekker.
I've known a lot of doctors.
Yeah, and that's the one I'm not sure how to ask anything about. She thinks we go nowhere when we die?
Well, that's bleak. But I don't believe it.
Okay, then where do we go when we die?
I don't know. Sorry.
Nope, it's not this. It's not this. It's not this. It's not that. Well, what is it? I don't know. Was it Dekker's job to be interested in your problems?
Well, yes, that's
Reincarnation?
true. But still, it was nice to be listened to.
Do you believe in reincarnation?
I've never really got the idea of reincarnation. I mean, are you still you? Do you know you're still you? And if not, how does that even work?
Well, there you go, Duke. She's got an answer for everything. Okay, what other theories are there? There's heaven, hell, purgatory, reincarnation, nothingness. That's really all the afterlife stuff that I personally know about. Does anybody have anything else? An unusual name, Alan? What?
Apparently it's a Welsh name. I'm not Welsh.
Valhalla.
My mum's into all that new age stuff, and I think she thought it would make me seem more interesting.
Oh. All right then. You're not Welsh?
I'm really bad at this. Apparently it's a Welsh name. I'm not Welsh. My mum's into all that new age.
Ooh. Are you into new age stuff?
New age. Like auras and healing energy, crystals and all that. It's not really my thing.
Yet you're an herbalist. There's more. Oh my god! Duke! You are on the nose, sir.
I'm really bad at this, aren't I?
Okay. Oh wait, because that's not.
I don't really know what that is. Something to do with Vikings, isn't it?
There we go. Shall I tell her Valhalla's from Where's Valhalla?
Oh, well, there you go. You learn something new every day. I'd really like to be able to answer you, but I don't know what to say.
Oh no. Sound cool, that. I asked her if she believes in an afterlife before, though.
When someone says afterlife, it just makes me think of wispy figures floating around in a white haze, like you get in those new age posters. I don't really go for all that.
Doesn't go for that. I see. What else we got here? Feel like people don't listen to. Ooh, do people not listen to you?
Well, I haven't really thought about it. My patients listen to me, but then I suppose they haven't got much choice.
Why do they not have a choice?
I don't know.
So contradictory. She's a little all over the place, isn't she? Seems to be becoming with on. Oh my gosh, we're focusing very, very much on this afterlife here.
Maybe we go somewhere completely beyond what we can imagine. We're only humans after all. We can't possibly comprehend what's really out there.
Okay, that's all of them. Okay, good. Because after that last question, I was like, okay, I'm not as interested in getting her all to green because apparently it's literally going through every single afterlife thing. Up to Claire. Hello, Claire.
My name is Claire Castleford, and as I'm paying a small fortune for these sessions, I'd expect you to be up to speed, Doctor.
Ooh. Quite the lip on you, eh?
I don't know anything about that, Doctor.
Asked her about the Matrix. Yeah, I know, right? What is wrong with you?
Well, according to your predecessor, I'm a delusional psychotic with obsessive tendencies.
Oh.
Oh, and a history of violence. Sounds so cold when you put it like that, though, doesn't it?
I think I'm gonna be over here. Have you hurt anyone? Ah, she's closer.
Stabbed him with a steak knife. Shocking, isn't it?
Bye.
If I knew anything about it, I'd tell you. But I don't.
Who did you stab?
It was a brief moment of temporary insanity. Or temporary clarity, I'm not really sure which. David had been having an affair with his assistant optician, Iris. How predictable. Not just the affair, but an optician named Iris.
How am I liking this game so far? Well, Lars, I'm actually quite enjoying it a lot. I mean, we've just started. Well, maybe just started. We've been going at it for almost an hour and 20 minutes. And we've gone through 3 people. Now, I don't need to green them. I can just get them to amber and then move along to the next person and then to the next chapter. But that's showing you how interested I am actually in their... Freaks me out that she suddenly just like fades in. She's sitting here, it's like... And then I can't get in closer without like smashing things, so... I was going to come from above, like right up to the camera. But yeah, no, I'm actually interested in finding out about these people so far. Nathan and Mariana, I definitely wanted to know everything. Ellen, I was starting to give it like, eh. As for Claire here, she's a psycho. Why are you paying me a
Being
small
rich
fortune?
has perks, but honestly, I would give it all up in a heartbeat if it could free me from this madness.
What perks?
I don't work. I don't need to. Everything's paid for 100 times over.
Good lord, that must be nice. So we're going to heaven, Valhalla, maybe. Think of half a dozen more. Yeah, I know, right? Tell me about your obsessive tendencies.
I'm obsessed with my husband. It's absurd, really.
Even though he cheated and you stabbed him? Yes, why is it absurd?
Because he is here.
Wait, what?
And he shouldn't be.
Oh, did she actually kill him when she stabbed him with the steak knife and she's still seeing him?
He's lucky to be alive.
Oh,
He almost
okay.
died.
Almost died. How did he
My
almost
husband
die?
is not a well man. We've been having problems for a while now.
How did he almost die?
His health, if you can call it that, has been deteriorating rapidly in the last few weeks. I can't cope with caring for him anymore.
Is it because... I'm very confused. She said she stabbed him and she's still taking care of him? He hasn't left her?
Since our altercation, he's become less and less active.
Oh shit, you
His
stabbed him.
mind's become less and less active too. Such a delightful conversationalist at one time, now more of an enigmatic husk.
Tell me about caring for
David
him.
has trouble looking after himself. Sometimes I'll leave the lake house and he's just sitting in the rocking chair on the porch. And when I return the next evening, he's still there, just staring into the stars. He needs help, I know, but I can't hire anybody to care for him.
Why can't you hire anyone? You're a freaking witch.
David's not ready for company. I hope to take you to see him one day and you'll see for yourself.
What's that Stephen King one? Where they kidnapped that artist, or the author? Shoot, I'm blanking on the name. I know I should know it. I should know it. Crap, I can't remember. Misery, yes! Yes. Sounds like it's that kind of situation going on there. What's this lake
David's
house?
staying at the lake house. It belonged to my parents, but I don't use it much anymore. I have the main house to myself.
So what, she's got him just sequestered in this lake?
I tried to hurt David once. That's why I'm here, isn't it? I'm not proud of my behavior, but I was very angry. It was a private matter, though. The police should never have been involved.
You stabbed him. What history of violence? I thought we already asked that.
To be fair, there was only one violent outburst. That hardly qualifies as a history of violence. And he provoked me.
Do you often get angry?
I never used to get angry. Ever. If you're angry, you're not in control. Isn't that right? And it would be very bad for me to lose control.
You got a very good point. When you get hot-headed, very angry, you start to think with your passion. You just want to act out. And that's why it's always good to wait and let your calm. Get calm. As a badge
Let's
lose
save that
control.
for another time, shall we? I'm rich, but I'm not made of money, and I'm fairly sure my time is up.
No, it's not. You're going to be here for a while yet. Tell me about your delusions.
Delusions. As in seeing things that are not there. I'm not going to be any more specific. It's not true in any case. I'm not delusional.
Okay then, tell me about Dekker.
The most shocking thing about Dr. Dekker's death is that he didn't bring it upon himself. But then I hadn't known him for a very long time. Perhaps I was wrong about him. Though the fact that he drank so much is a good indicator of his mental state.
Well, there's a lot to unpack there. Dekker drink a
I
lot?
thought it was common knowledge that he drank. You could smell it on his breath when you got close to him. He kept a bottle in his drawer.
So you always blame the jungler? Never blame the jungler. Well, can't say never. It can be other people's fault. Okay, who is David?
Keep up, Doctor. David is my husband.
Yeah, she's mentioned that several times. Why would that even be a question? Why were the police involved?
The police seem to think I'm dangerous. I'm only sitting here talking to you because I have a lot of money. Otherwise, there's no doubt I'd be thrown into prison for a very long time. That's why I need your help, Doctor.
Why do the police think you're dangerous?
I assume they think I'm dangerous because I stabbed my husband.
Where did you stab him? I said where, not who. Why aren't you in prison?
I suppose after what I did, there are people that might think I belonged in prison. What do you think, Doctor? Can I be saved with therapy, or should I be locked up like a dangerous criminal?
By the sounds of you, you should be locked up.
That's disappointing. Don't you want to try to make me better? At least Dr. Dekker gave it a shot in his own way.
Do you think Dekker was
Dr.
suicidal?
Dekker just had that look about him. You know what they say about us crazies. Takes one to know one.
Perhaps you should ask someone else a question? I don't think so. Oh, because she's Amber. Alright. This one, I'm not as interested about her character. But we'll see what we can get out of her. Have you hurt anyone? Stab a guy out of rage. You don't think it will happen? Yeah.
Stabbed him with a steak knife. Shocking, isn't it?
She doesn't seem remorseful. That's why. Steak knife? Yeah, I mean, we've already talked about that. Talk about stab. Shocking. Are you not shocked?
I'm going to have to plead ignorance on that one.
Will you stab your husband again? Oh, apparently that's Kellens is asking something.
My husband is not a well man.
Asked about being
We've
well.
been having problems for a while now.
Oh. Problems with husband?
I should have divorced him. I wish I had. So much could have been avoided.
What could have been avoided? Oh my gosh.
Our altercation. The downfall since.
Downfall?
This is exhausting, Doctor. I'm not used to spitting everything out in one session.
She's giving... It's annoying because she's giving things very piecemeal. Very piecemeal. I'm like dragging it out of her.
David's staying at the lake house. It belonged to my parents, but I don't use it much anymore. I have the main house to myself.
Tell me more about this lake house. Main house? Why? Oh, why are you both in separate houses?
I don't have anything to say about that. Keep up, Doctor. David is my husband.
There's more to say about that? Okay, we're going over with a hint. How well did you know Dekker?
I didn't really know Dr. Dekker that well. I never met him outside of our sessions, and we spent those discussing my therapy, not making small talk.
Okay. Goodness, there's so many stars here.
It was a brief moment of temporary insanity. Or temporary clarity, I'm not really sure which. David had been having an affair with his...
Affair? Tell me more about the affair.
Iris was David's assistant optician. Not anymore. No, not like that. I didn't kill her or anything. It's just that I changed the optician into a florist after David died. Optometry was his dream, not mine.
Wait, what?
Iris was David's assistant optician. Not anymore. No, not like that. I didn't kill her or anything. It's just that I changed the optician into florist after what happened with David. Optometry was his dream, not mine.
Is David real? Do you really have a husband?
Keep up, Doctor. David is my husband.
Who's your husband? Oh. There's something about this that's odd. Are you sane?
Who's to say who is sane or insane? We all see the world differently, don't we?
Yes. Yes, we all see it different.
Sorry, Doctor, I can't answer.
Fine, whatever. Hunt! Oh my gosh. Come on. Ah. What help do you want from me?
I need you to believe me. That's why I'm paying for these sessions. Everyone else thinks I'm crazy and dangerous. Everyone else thinks I've lost my mind.
How have you lost your mind?
They think I'm seeing things, making things up. I don't want to talk about it.
What do you see?
Sorry, I don't know. They think I'm seeing things, making things.
What do they think you make up?
No, that doesn't mean anything.
I'm curious now because I asked so many damn questions. Does David work?
David doesn't work, no. He's not very communicative anymore, so a job is out of the question. He used to be an optician. Now he just spends all his time at the lake house, frittering his time away.
What does he do at the lake house? Did she kill her husband?
That sounds like a question I shouldn't answer without a lawyer present.
I mean... So yes, yeah, it's you know who murdered her? What?
I don't know who killed Dr. Dekker, but I imagine that in his line of work he met a lot of unstable people.
Like you.
Pushed someone too far.
Would he push too far?
I don't know.
Who is unstable?
I don't have an.
Are you unstable?
I don't have an.
How many sessions did you have with Dekker?
I've been seeing him for about 3 months.
It's a decent amount of time. Not much I can really say about that. I gotta say, she's actually the most annoying out of all of them to have talked to so far. Like some of them, we have that good rapport, we got good back and forth. I can logically think of questions perfectly fine to ask based upon what they're saying. Like, we've talked about divorce already.
Divorce is such an imperfect means of separating two people, don't you think?
It's very business
I suppose I don't
first.
really mean it. I thought he was my soulmate and that I would do anything for him. That's a weakness that has caused me problems.
What kind of problems? Like she's talked about, I guess I should have divorced him. One of the other things. What madness do you want to be free from?
I'm in a bit of a predicament, Doctor. I'll get to that.
See, like right there, nothing. It's very short, concise. She's so guarded that she will answer that specific portion and nothing more. long have you been married?
We've been married for 7 years, but we don't have any children. Thank God.
Like Kyoko, but worse. Yeah. 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 You know, at least Kyoko opened up after a while.
David wanted children, but I didn't. I don't think we would have made very good parents. There's no mystery to it. Some people are just not cut out to be parents. I don't think I can see either of us wiping sticky fingers or mending grazed knees.
Oof. But that's fair. Not everybody wants to be a parent. I asked why they think she's seeing things.
Yes, Dr. Dekker did think
I
I
actually
was
asked
delusional when he
what
first
she
met me.
sees.
He changed his mind after getting to know me better, as I hope he will too.
That's part of the problem is I'm asking things, but not quite the right way or right question.
I'm an only child and my parents are both dead. Naturally, I inherited everything.
Yeah. Well, darn. How did your parents die?
It was an accident,
Uh-oh.
but I don't feel like talking about it at the moment.
Uh-oh. My trust meter of hers has gone down further. I literally asked what he does at the lake house.
He abhors technology. Mainly he hunts things and then creates huge, unwielding fires that I'm sure will be the death of him and the lake house at some point.
Uh-oh, she's building up a story about it. As much as I enjoy type your own questions because you get to have fun actually asking the questions, this is the inherent flaw of it. Unless you ask in a specific way, sometimes things just get missed. Hello.
I'm Bryce Hemmings. You must be the new doctor. Did you know Dr. Dekker?
No, I didn't know Dekker.
He was an antagonistic psycho. I hope you're not from the same school of thought.
Oh dear. Tell me more what you think of
I
Dekker.
didn't really like Dr. Dekker, and for quite a few reasons, actually. I'd rather talk about my own problems for now, though, if you don't mind.
No, tell me more about Dekker. Why didn't you like Dekker?
Dr. Dekker would say one thing and do another. He would push me to do things I didn't want to do. He was getting worse towards the end. I'm surprised he didn't kill himself.
Uh-oh. Dude, what's your problem?
Originally, I was suffering with depression. Work was piling up. I kept missing deadlines. I wasn't used to all the failure. I got depressed.
Uh-oh. Depressed, poor guy. Why were you
You'd
depressed?
think being a gravedigger had its perks, but it can be very stressful. There's a trend going towards burial rather than cremation again. And as well as running out of space, we're running out of competent gravediggers. At least ones that can use a shovel, that is. I'm not feeling anywhere near as depressed as I used to, though. Not since I got the extra hour.
Extra hour?
At midnight each day. Time as you know it freezes. In my world, it just slows down to almost a stop. But I don't. I'm free to wander around and do as I please. An hour later, normal reality continues. It's my very own midnight hour.
What do you do during your midnight hour?
I'm not sure what you're asking me. Can you be more specific?
That sounded a little, odd.
At midnight each day, time as you know it freezes. In my world, it just slows down to almost a stop. But I don't. I'm free to wander around and do as I please. An hour later, normal.
Do as I please. Yeah. Sure. Yeah, what do you do in the extra hour?
In the extra hour, I mainly catch up with work. It's a godsend. Sometimes I play chess against myself. It relaxes and strengthens the mind all at once.
Interesting. What do you mean by the midnight
It's a bizarre
hour?
thing to know you have an extra hour every day. I rarely ever sleep until after midnight now, so I can appreciate the extra time. I get a lot of work done in that time. I'm completely caught up. The depression is no longer an issue. 25 hours is a blessing for me. But apparently, it's not real, and I'm insane for thinking it is. What do you think, Doctor?
I mean, I think it's harmless enough to believe that if he's... Yeah, he's not insane.
I thought it would be too early to make a diagnosis, but it's good you're having a go anyway.
What is your job? We've already talked
I'm a
about him being a
grave digger,
grave digger.
Doctor. And people are dying quicker than we can bury them.
Oh no.
Henley Church, where I work,
Shovels.
is located on an old Norman motte and bailey. You can't use mechanical diggers or excavators there in case you destroy a relic.
Okay, that makes sense. I was wondering, like, why can't they use excavators? You know, Chris, I think that Wild Dawn laugh is actually appropriate for the specific guy here. Yeah, what sort of relics?
I stumbled across a relic myself. An ancient chess piece. A queen, I believe. The best chess piece. The most freedom of movement. But they took it away immediately and proclaimed the whole east side of Henley Church a protected site of archaeological importance, which means we're not allowed to use it until the archaeologists have finished. I wish I hadn't told anyone.
Get more chess pieces. Users creeping you out? Oh man. It's interesting. You think that's creepy? This girl here, this woman, she appears like right up there. She's angry. She's psychotic. She wants to stab people. And normally, people just sit on this couch. It just shows random poses. That Ellen here is a bubbly, happy nurse. She loves taking care of those that are on their way out of the world. Mariana here, everybody's favorite, is suffering from blackouts and public nudity. She wakes up naked on the beach, and she's not sure why. Slander dance remote? Maybe. Nathan believes he's living a Groundhog Day. Same day over and over and over and over and over and so on. That's what we found out so far. Tell me more about Henley Church.
Henley Church is relatively small. Well, for the number of bodies they expect us to pack into the ground, it's relatively small. The whole building was once owned by Scientologists, but they handed it back to the community as a tax break, I believe. Or they'd finished doing whatever it was they wanted to do with it.
What do you think they wanted to do? Oh. Do you believe in Scientology?
I'm not sure I believe in any religion anymore. I used to believe in God, but not anymore. There are too many religions to pick from, don't you think?
You know, Bait, though, a slander dance redeem. That might be something.
Allow me to guide
Might
you
be
all to the
something.
world of surprises on this train that runs toward glory.
reaches out from the grave. Oh, wait.
Cheese reaches out from the grave, grabbing his Monokuma plush and dragging it back underground.
Cheese. Hey. Thank you so much for that 17 months with tier 2. Can't wait to go to bed after this. How's it going, Cheese? I'm excited. This was the first one that this company did before the shape-shifting detective. So then we're going to be getting into that one after this. And then they have a new one, the Detective Adventures of Monroe and Owen Monroe? Yes. That's coming out as well. So I'm looking at probably doing the whole series because I'm really enjoying how this is going out so far. Been gone for so long, hey, no worries. We all have a life. Stuff happens. I understand even I disappeared. Well, not disappeared, but I went away for a while as well. Yeah, I love your games by these people. Yeah, no, I gotta say, I've been suitably impressed thus far. Ooh, interesting. Yes, there are too many religions. No, there are not too many religions. That is an interesting question. That is a very interesting question. It comes down to as well that do you believe that having too many religions is, yes, like too many cooks in the kitchen? That it's creating problems because X religion doesn't believe this, so kill all infidels. Look at, and before you say, oh, you're being, that's not nice to be saying these days. I mean, we've also got the Crusades. The Crusades back in the medieval ages. And there's always been wars for various things. I mean, you can't say it's just religion because there's also been, look at the wars these days as well about oil and stuff. There's always been wars. But does religion add to it? And do you think that's because there's too many religions where they battle each other? Or if there were only two, would it matter if there was only two religions? Would they still battle each other though? Trying to be the penultimate religion. And thus there would never be a perfect amount of religions unless there was only one or zero. Actually, that's true because even if there was only one, you've got atheists these days as well, which don't believe in a religion. So then you'd have religions versus not religions. So there'd still be conflict there. So the only time there would be no conflict at all would be if there's no religion. How interesting is that? Too many denotations? Yeah, that's true. Islam has so many different versions of the same thing, they fight each other. Yeah. I mean, and Christianity as a whole as well also has so many different denominations. And I think, human nature, it's still going to be people fighting no matter what, right? It's very interesting. So it comes down to, it doesn't matter. Yeah. So that being the case, because there will always be conflict. Even when there's no religions, then it's just going to be people warring over oil or whatever else they want to war over. I think at that point, there aren't too many religions. People can believe what they want to believe. If it brings comfort and a positive role in society, what does it matter? Even Satanists, they don't go out, say to go out and murder everyone. No. It's actually more just that, more of a self-interest thing. Like, make sure you're having fun, all that good stuff. Not going out breaking all the laws and so on. Everything's, as long as it's within the bounds of not breaking down society like anarchy. Satan's later today, that's true. Mr. Satan! We survive due to running when you see a spooky shadow. That's very true, yeah. So I'm going to say no, there are not too many religions.
Then we disagree. Have you watched Zeitgeist, Doctor? Some of it is believable, and the part about most religions stemming from the same basic facts. It's more likely that they've all got it wrong than one of them has it right, in my opinion.
I mean, I don't disagree, but that doesn't mean that there's too many. Half the problem as well is everything gets diluted through the ages, and that's why there's all these offshoots, as people think certain ancient texts were translated one way when they should have been meant by another way. Whoa, whoa, what? No? Oh, that's continue. Oh. No, I want to know more about him. We haven't really learned anything about Bryce yet. There must be more. I just want to check my notes about him. Okay. Do you like chess?
I like chess. I still play sometimes when I can find an opponent. There's nothing more satisfying than planning scores of moves in advance and then watching things unfold as you saw them. I shouldn't have told anyone about the Queen.
Oh, poor guy. What is the mystery? Basically, the mystery, Dr. Dekker, which was the person before me, has mysteriously been murdered. And we've inherited all of his patients. So we're kind of asking them about what they think about the murder of Dr. Dekker, if they might know who might have done it, as well as continuing the therapy and trying to help them do better themselves so far. Like for this. What do you mean? Do you know anything about Dekker's murder?
Yes, Dr. Dekker was murdered. Quelle surprise. Murder does seem a bit harsh, doesn't it? And another grave to dig. I know as much about it as you do. Less, I would imagine.
Why do you like
I do
planning
like to
moves
be
and
in
events?
control, but then I suppose most people do. Nobody wants life to carry them along helplessly. Everyone wants to kick against it and make their own way. Do you like to be in control, Doctor?
I mean, I think most people like to be in control. It's a disconcerting feeling if you're stuck going with the tide the entire time, that there's nothing you can do. Imagine going through your life, absolutely everything is out of your control. Or you're running on autopilot. You're like, yep, Cyril, go to work. At work, you have to do what everybody's saying. All that, go back. Do enough of that and you just kind of... your life flashes by. But if you can take control of your life, steer it in a specific way, then... oh, the things you can do.
If you like being in control, you'll have a tough time here. I saw it with Dr. Dekker. Such control, such stability. But he unraveled at the end.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Yeah, I was about to say, how did Dr. Dekker unravel?
He couldn't keep control of everything, of everyone. He just set us up like dominoes, but we all toppled in unexpected ways. You'll find it all out in time, Doctor. Just not today. Can't have your head exploding, can we?
Is that a threat?
Sorry, I don't know anything about that.
Okay, so we found out most stuff. Now we can either use hints or try to figure out what we've missed. We haven't really found out much about him. The only thing that seems wrong about Bryce is that he has an extra hour in his day that he believes happens at midnight. His midnight hour. Oh, wow. Yeah, no, we... Okay, why didn't you like Dekker?
Dr. Dekker would say one thing and do another.
Oh, what would he push you to do? What would Dekker push you to do?
I know you're asking questions to try and get a bearing, but I'd rather not talk about that now. Let's just enjoy the getting to know you phase before the ugliness kicks in.
I see.
Dr. Dekker would say one thing and do another. He would push me to do things I didn't want to do. He was getting worse towards the end. I'm surprised he didn't kill himself.
What did you not want to do?
No, sorry.
Curses. Save time. Hints. Ah. Does he think Dr. Dekker would kill himself? That was the other thing I was thinking about. Do you think Dekker would kill himself?
He wasn't a good man. I don't know how he could live with himself. Perhaps he couldn't.
How was Dekker not a good man?
Is that something I should know about?
Why do you say that then? Motte & Bailey?
Allegedly, Henley Church is located on an old Norman Motte & Bailey castle. I say allegedly because a relic was found and dated around that century, but the archaeologists haven't found any further proof as yet.
Intriguing.
At midnight each day, time as you know it freezes. In my world, it just slows down to almost a stop. But I don't. I'm free to wander around and do as I please. An hour later, normal reality continues.
I've asked about what he does as he pleases. I've asked about midnight hour.
It's my very own midnight hour.
So I'm not sure what else to ask about that. What do you mean by time freeze? Ah.
In the hour, people are pliable. They don't move. But I can move them. As soon as my hour is up, they start moving again, as if nothing has changed at all.
That is rather interesting. What do you believe in?
I can't help you there.
Oof. Guitarbot. You missed it. You missed your waifu for this game. I'm sorry. I'll give you a little taste. We've got Mariana here, who's having blackouts, and she's nude when she awakens, lying upon a beach. That's right. So we had to delve into that. Why are you naked? What's up with this? Makes no sense. Red hair's your weak spot. You know, I do have a bit of a penchant for red hair myself. It depends on the color. Like, this is actually a really good color. It's very vibrant, but it's not like a deep fake red, as it were. Copper red? Copperish? Okay. But how have you been? All in one, intriguing. Why doesn't he believe in God anymore?
I'm not sure God would have given a man an extra hour a day. Not just a single man. My extra hour is a gift, but sometimes it's a curse.
Movie length? Oh gosh. Oh, what's the movie length? 2 hours played. Oh no! Oh, is it a curse?
I sound like I'm complaining, don't I? I'll stop now.
What kind of ugliness?
Doctor, pace yourself, please. This is my session. I'm paying.
Interesting. He's mentioning stuff, but he doesn't want to talk about it yet. He's enjoying the fact that he's giving me the little morsels. The banger boy's still kicking it. Kick and a half. I've noticed you've moved on from Mountain Blade to Norse, whatever it is. Hunt. I keep hitting hunt. People are pliable?
Isn't it obvious? I've tried moving them, of course. People are often frozen in the most inconvenient of positions.
I feel like there's more to that. Inconvenient. How?
I have no knowledge of that.
Oh, fine. Yeah, that's true. Why would you need to move people?
I do a lot of work in my extra hour. I move people into graves.
Do you move living people into graves? To play good. Northgard, that's it. A huge bunch of guys playing it nonstop. Oh, okay. Burial or cremation?
I'm pro-cremation. Not just because I don't have to dig a grave. They still need a hole for the interment of ashes.
That's a lot less.
It's more dignified, like you're becoming one with the universe again. Rotting in a wooden box. Even if you turn completely into atoms, how would you escape?
Does the wooden box
Even
eventually...
bits of the universe get lonely, I'd imagine.
The box eventually decomposes too, I would assume, yes? Are you lonely by chance?
We're all alone to some extent, don't you think? I don't have any friends, so I suppose that makes me lonely.
Oh.
In the midnight hour, though, I have as many friends as I like. Do you have a favorite celebrity, Doctor? In the hour, I could take a picture of myself with them, like we're the best of friends.
I see. Yes, I have a favorite celebrity.
That's meaningless.
You don't care about my celebrity loves? See how it is. Do you like taking photos?
I've taken a lot of pictures. I have great shots of all the tourist sites. It's amazing what exposure you can use when moving cars are literally frozen still. Must be the sharp focus.
You're supposed to rise up as a skeleton if you're cremated. I mean, it's true. If you want to help everybody out for the zombie apocalypse, you get yourself cremated. This way they don't have to worry about an extra body rising. What's wrong with you now?
Apparently I've gone a little mad. For me, I have 25-hour days.
Yes, we've discussed this already. Oh, we've got full green in chapter 1. Are you sure? Let's go.
Oh, Doctor, glad I caught you. I thought you might want to hear what Ben had to say. Quick catch up?
Sure. Oh dear, look at that. Just takes the glasses from hair. She's getting ready for your guitar. My notes. Oh, okay. Hello!
I'm not sure Ben will be coming in for
Whoa.
a while. He's still pretty shook up about finding the body. I'm surprised it doesn't happen more often in the line of work he's in. Anyway, he said he found the body at exactly 20 minutes past 10. For some reason, the first thing he did was look at his watch. That's all he'd say before he'd shut down. The police weren't very talkative either.
Wait, why do you not have shoes on? Okay. Ask her, okay. Where are your shoes?
That's a good question. I just wish I knew the answer.
Do you think the Tarbot is hot?
I don't know, Doctor.
Why? At least she doesn't know, because she hasn't seen you. There's a chance. Would you like to meet him?
Sorry, Doctor, I can't help you there.
Oof. She's politely declining. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. Oh, now she's looking for an exit. She feels a little uncomfortable about these questions. I'm sorry. You mentioned... How well did you know Dr. Dekker?
I wouldn't say we were best friends, but we did spend a lot of time together. There's only 2 of us that work here. I'm sure we'll become friends too, Doctor. Just try not to get murdered.
Oh, man. Is that a threat?
Sorry, that doesn't mean anything to me.
Just asking these characters dumb questions? I know. That's half the fun. Apparently, like, through some of the patches that they've done for this game, they've added in the asterisks, so you know there's something more to ask about them. There's this little drop down so this way you can get ideas. And the hint system. There's no detriments to using hints. You can use as many as you like. It's not going to make you fail the game. And once this little mark, red, keep questioning, once it turns amber, you could just go to the next day. You don't have to find everything. I was greening everyone because I wanted to know more. Yeah, that's why usually you'll see me, I'll pop down this, I'll just start asking questions from here because it gets the ball rolling. I get a little confused at first, and I will start just asking dumb questions over and over otherwise. Who is Ben?
Sorry, didn't you know? Ben's one of the night shift cleaners. I'm sure he's got some tales he could tell.
Ben found Dr. Dekker's body?
Ben found Dr. Dekker's body on Valentine's night in his office. In your office.
Oh, she gets a sick pleasure out of saying that. You can tell. Stream of this game a long time ago and it was a riot. No spoiler memories though? Perfect. You mentioned the police.
The police wanted to know what I was doing Valentine's night, you know, when the body was found. I was at home, all on my lonesome. So I guess that makes me a suspect.
So you are not seeing anyone?
I'd like to help,
I think
but
I said
I don't
any
know
more by
anything
accident.
about that.
Yeah, I accidentally typed anymore. Gosh darn it. My brain is dumb. Tell me more about this Valentine's night you had.
The 14th of February, the day of love. Or remembering a massacre. Whichever's more you.
Massacre implies more people, though. Dr. Dekker was the only one. Ooh, who else is a suspect?
The police want you to make a short list of suspects, or maybe even find the killer. You're seeing all the patients that were on the books when he was killed. There was no forced entry, so they think it might be someone he knew, or someone who had access to the office. Yeah, like little old me. Do you think I'm a suspect, Doctor?
Yes. Yes, you're a suspect.
Oh, well, I wasn't expecting that. I suppose everyone's a suspect at the moment, even you. They did mention I needed grief counselling, though, and I said you'd sort me out. I know you didn't agree, but I thought I'd let you know. That's very kind of you.
Yeah. Yes, she is definitely a suspect. Did Dr. Ooh. Do you know how he was killed?
I don't know exactly, but a stabbing of some kind.
Oh.
We'll be getting the autopsy through at some point. I'll let you know when.
Well, there's one lady who likes her stabby that I know of. Did Dr. Dekker have
I
any
wasn't
enemies?
really in his social circle, so I don't know if he had any friends. In terms of enemies, I heard things get heated in his office sometimes, but I won't name any names.
Does she know that? I'm assuming Ben told her, the cleaner that found the body. Maybe you should name
Susan,
names.
Annabelle, Melissa, there are some names, but they're not names of anyone I know.
Oh, you sassy minx. How dare you? Why would anybody want to kill him?
He was stabbed, so that's quite a personal thing to do. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if it was one of the patients who had a problem with the treatment they were getting.
Were there any clues left?
I didn't see it myself, so I don't know. But I heard it was a bit of a mess with all the blood and everything. You know, they have people who clean up after such things, though, so you really can't tell, can you? But don't worry. That's a new chair.
Oof. Why is it a new chair? Tell me!
All I know is the police took his chair. Forensics, I suppose.
That records more than Kevin Dunn. I know not this, what you speak, but yes, there are a lot of camera cuts. You think a patient killed Dr. Dekker because of their treatment?
I'm just surmising. If you're unhappy enough to kill your therapist, they're probably not doing a very good job.
I mean, she's got a point. You should ask someone else a question. There's more to ask about Ben found Dr. Dekker's body.
Ben found Dr. Dekker's body on Valentine's night in his office. In your office.
What else would I ask about that? Why was Ben in my office?
I don't know what Dr. Dekker was doing here, and my services weren't required that evening. He'd often stay late though, so it wasn't that unusual.
Oh, that was all of them. That's her alibi. Her alibi was that she was at home, all by her lonesome. So she doesn't have anybody to corroborate that alibi with her. Alright, well that is everything. Oh, we should get everybody's alibi on Valentine's Day? That's going to be fun. Alright, next.
I'm having a loop day.
Oh. Hello, Nathan.
I'm not sure that's the answer I'm looking for.
Okay. What do you mean, loop?
It's a do-over day. You won't remember. What's the name of your assistant again?
Even though I just talked to her, I don't recall. Jaya. Her name is Jaya. Yeah, Jaya's my assistant.
You didn't know that yesterday. Can you remember where I met Hannah?
He met Hannah at... Shoot, not Bailey and Mott. It was... Wait, let me check my notes here. Do I have anything written for him? Why is there nothing written for him? I don't remember. Oh, right, yeah, it was Warcraft. And I was really excited about how they actually were willing to talk about Warcraft in this game.
No, we played that game together, but we didn't meet in it.
Oh, yes, he was a high school sweetheart.
Well done, Doctor. Yeah, we met at secondary. Wouldn't it be funny if my day loops if you fail to get a question right?
Oof. No, that would not be funny.
I agree.
Whew. I succeeded. Hello? Is anyone out there? I I guess I passed all of his notes or questions.
I'm having a loot day.
Oh no! What do you
It's
mean by
a do-over day. You won't remember. What's the name of your assistant again? I suppose you did remember that yesterday. Can you remember where I met Hannah?
Okay, so yeah, we know it's school.
Yeah, at secondary school. It's been fun, but I've got a pill.
Why do you have a pill?
Dr. Dekker gave me this pill. He told me if I took it, I'd never have another loot day. It's got a small skull and crossbones on it. Should I take the tablet, Doctor?
No. Do it. That's a great sign. You know what, Chris? Just for you. Yes. Take the tablet.
Do it. Take the tablet.
Okay. Okay. See you on the flip side.
Did you start frothing at the mouth? There is no saving at these different parts, Duke.
Mom?
Oh no! Oh no!
I'm having a loot day.
No!
It's a do-over day. You won't remember it. What's the name of your assistant again?
Must have been a melt. Well.
Well done. Yeah, great. Is there anything you can say that's going to break this loop for me?
This is interesting. So he is actually having a loop day.
I never mentioned a pill this time, or a tablet. What the hell is going on here? Are you reliving my days?
Ooh, intriguing. What do you think I'm reliving your days?
Something somewhere has changed since you arrived. Like some kind of sim theory.
Order our lines? I did ask that. Do you even need water swallow? I know, he's just like, crunch. Wait, where did he go? Oh. What's sim theory?
It's a thing. Some professor believes we could be living inside a computer simulation, and someone is controlling us.
Yep.
And there are millions of these sims. And someone, somewhere behind a keyboard is just causing havoc. I'm starting to think you have that keyboard, Doctor. Wait, don't answer that. I don't want to know.
You've unlocked mind games. Oh boy. $50 insanity points reach? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh no, I'm getting insane. No! Because I'm talking too much.
At midnight each day.
On Valentine's night.
Time as you know it freezes.
20 minutes past 10.
Keep up, Doctor.
Thinks we're going to smother her in her sleep.
I'm a grave digger, Doctor.
I was at home.
David is my husband.
All on my lonesome.
Stabbed him with a steak knife.
Nothing changes.
I'm a qualified angel of death.
When I'm dancing,
You get this day over and over.
Hilda.
I black out.
I don't think she's got long.
And Laurie just...
Naked on the beach.
Hannah.
Is that it for today?
Act 2. I wonder how many acts there are. I don't know.
Ooh. Deja vu. Are you sitting in exactly the same place I left you last night? Oh, that's where it all starts, Doctor. Anyway, do you think you can fit me in today? Looking at the diary, it's just the usual suspects, and you must be getting sick of them already. I've got this for you, too. It's some more footage from Professor Alderby that was hiding away.
Evidence added. Alderby footage. Ooh.
Well, come find me if you need anything.
Oh, look, clues. Alderby footage. Let's check it out.
Nothing, of course. The faculty thinks I've gone loopy, like some kind of spongy Mobius strip. But that's why I'm here, isn't it, Dr.
This was in
Dekker?
the opening, though.
Him, God, the great old one, the
Oh,
elder
no.
God, Cthulhu.
No!
However you address him. Listen to me! You're not listening! It's your only bloody job!
We don't talk about Relia.
Let's call him God. He creates this world for his amusement, something he can play with and occasionally alter to suit his mood. God loves chaos, but something goes wrong. Man and woman evolve. What was once chaotic becomes, well, more ordered. Without chaos, he has less power. When there's too much order, he becomes impotent. So he needs to instill chaos again. And do you know how he does this? No. And yes, but you're being too granular. He needs chaos so he can return, and the only thing stopping him is you. Not just you. You and people like you. Psychiatrists, doctors, nurses. Anyone who is caring for people who are losing their sanity. You have no comprehension how important your job is, do you? He doesn't need your version of insanity to spread. He needs chaos. It's not the same. It's just a means to an end. They're not all cultists, unfortunately. Once you see the truth, it's hard not to spread chaos yourself, to cause further insanity and harm your own. I doubt it. But can I make you question your reality? Definitely. But in doing so, I would be promoting more chaos. On the basis the central component of our universe is chaos, science can only document a perception of the chaos at any one given moment in time. As by definition,
Sorry, I cannot pause
chaos
this. I'll
is
get to chat once this is done.
unpredictable from one moment to the next. Which means that at any given moment, we can choose to alter our perception of the world. No matter how much chaos that would cause. In 10 seconds' time, there will be no gravity in this room, and we will float. 3, 2, 1. You think nothing happened. Where's your glass, Doctor?
It's just a black screen now. Put him in a straitjacket and give him an enema. Yeah, I guess that's the end of that one. Wait, yeah, enema first, then straight. Oh dear. Is this a game free on Steam? No, it is a purchased game. You must buy it. To pay for all the actors. It is currently $9.99. In fact, I'll do you one better. There's a nice, lovely link for you. Okay. So, which patient to do? So, I don't need to talk to Lacey, apparently. Oh, who the heck is that, anyways? Jasmine. I think I got it when it was 50% off or something. I don't know those two. And then, yeah, we talked to Bryce. We talked to Claire. Before. Alright, let's talk to our favorite Mariana first. Oh, she's wearing a lovely multicolored dress today. Hello! Alright, so. Hello.
I haven't been back to the beach since our last session, and no blackouts.
Oh, that's
New
good.
doctor and new hope.
We also said no
You're
dancing.
much better behaved than Dr. Dekker.
Much better behaved? How do I phrase that? Let's just say better be.
Dr. Dekker dated his patients.
Oh.
That's not good behavior, is it?
Did Dekker date you?
Just ask me one thing, Doctor.
Who did Dekker date?
We went out for drinks. Didn't you know? He said it was a breach of something or the other, but I can be pretty persuasive when I want to.
She's wearing a Cthulhu necklace.
I thought Mariana said she didn't drink. Yeah, I know. That's what she told me.
I guess it was a couple of days before Valentine's Day. It wasn't a date or anything. I noticed in our sessions that he'd been acting a little strange. He just didn't seem right. I wanted to find out what was wrong.
Yeah, I bet you did. How about what did you drink?
Sorry, no. I think your button's undone.
She's so forward. She was deliberately looking there. Even though it's not undone. She was hoping. I see it how it is. Who else did Dekker date? I tried asking about her necklace the first time and she refused to say anything about it. So it has to be which patients did he date, not who did he date. Gosh darn it.
I think her name was Scarlett? One of his patients, an older woman. I guess that's how he liked them.
Ooh. Are you jealous?
Nope.
She looked at me like, no. Maybe. Shut up! Ripe age of 74, like a fine wine. Did you just go out for drinks?
I think Dr. Dekker ordered neat whiskey. I had water. I don't drink.
Mm-hmm. How are you persuasive?
I know, it's pretty hard to believe, isn't it? I feel pretty ugly. But I think I have a nice smile.
You're not ugly.
Lots of people find me attractive, but I've seen something truly beautiful. Makes me feel dull by comparison.
What was so beautiful? Ah, what beautiful thing have you seen?
I have a recurring dream where I find something beautiful in the sea. But I don't know you that well yet, Doctor. Let's wait a while before I tell you my most intimate secrets.
Gosh darn it.
Sorry to cut in, Doctor.
What
I've
the
just had a phone call from a solicitor. Ben's trying to sue us for nervous shock. Should I go and see him to talk it out, or should I find a solicitor to represent us? Sorry to be pushy, I just think we should act quickly before it's too late. Okay, well, just let me know.
Yeah, I know. Out of nowhere. It's all like... Okay, so we're talking all nicely to this chick, and then all of a sudden... Don't tell me more. Goodness. So how would I talk to her? Oh, Jay, okay, up there. Alright, anyways, we're going to finish our session here. The whole, I'm not a suspect, right? Yeah, I know she's very... Ooh, should we ask a bit more about these Intimate secrets? Who knows what lovely things she might have in store. Ooh, and then we can also find out what she was doing on that Valentine's Day. Let's check it out.
Wouldn't you like to know? Is our session up now?
Ooh, what a tease. What a tease. What are you doing on Valentine's?
I didn't do anything on Valentine's Day. I washed my hair, and then I walked along the beach for the whole night. It's actually true. I saw one of your patients, actually. The nurse. She was on the pier with someone. Pretty much all of the night, too, so I can vouch for her, even though she probably didn't see me.
Intriguing. How do you feel not going to the beach now?
I haven't been back to the beach since our last session. I've kind of missed it.
Yes, why have you missed
You
the
do
beach?
something a lot, you're gonna miss it. I suspect I'll go back there soon, but it's helped with the blackouts.
So she's blacking out because of the beach? Who are you seeing, Dekker?
People are quick to put labels on everything. I suppose Dr. Dekker was more than just a therapist to me. We had a lot of things in common, but we weren't seeing each other.
Am I more to you as well?
Don't ask me. I don't know.
Are you seeing someone at the moment?
I'm not seeing anyone at the moment. Are you offering, Doctor?
Yes, I'm offering. No, I'm not offering. What do you think, boys? Should we offer? Offer. She's clearly sweats exactly. Now, Dr. Ulbrich is warning us about Cthulhu. We have Mariana here, who is obsessed with the beach and a siren song from the seas with a Cthulhu necklace. Well, octopus necklace, but total trap party time. I think we need to get close to her. Sticking something in crazy to do it? Yeah, I think that's what it is, right?
Well, you have my number, Doctor, and my address. I'm sure you can put 2 and 2 together, if you want to.
Hey! This is where I need some kind of laugh track or like a cheering crowd cheers. We're in literally. Were you really washing your hair? I need to know this before coming over.
Some girls say that they're washing their hair when they don't want to go out, but I was genuinely washing my hair. Do you think my hair is pretty, Doctor?
God damn it. They totally put this character in for us thirsty dudes, didn't they? But yes. Yes, her hair is pretty. I gotta say, it's a beautiful color. I like the style of it. I'm partial towards longer hair. They know their audience. I know, right? Oof. No, your hair isn't pretty? Oh, she'd be so heartbroken.
It's such a mess. But thank you.
Ooh, why do you feel the need to ask if your hair is pretty? This is actually, okay, this is getting smart. Because all throughout our sessions, there's also... She's unsure of herself. She thinks she looks ugly. Not sure if she likes the hair. Like, she wants validation. So, these are actually good things to find out as a psychologist. To kind of go, like, for whatever her problems are.
I'm insecure, Doctor. Isn't it obvious?
Aww, it's attention-seeking behavior. It is. Have you been dancing?
I've danced around in my living room, but no clubs since last time. I like dancing around in my underwear. Sometimes less.
Picard face bomb. Son of a. What kind of underwear?
Doctor, I don't think our relationship has got to that point yet.
Do you enjoy being a tease?
I don't know.
Is that recognized? Alright, what other kind of questions can we ask her? Let's see, I thought you said... Oh, there's more to hello.
I haven't been back to the beach since our last session, and no blackouts, new doctor, and new hope. You're much better behaved than Dr. Dekker.
Yeah, we went after that. New hope?
A hope for a cure, of course.
Registrator. I have asked. Oh my god, we've had 250 responses revealed already? Whew. Props to these actors for doing so many different takes and everything. Damn.
I guess it was a couple of days before Valentine's Day. It wasn't a date or anything. I noticed in our sessions that he'd been acting a little strange. He just didn't seem right. I wanted to find out what was wrong.
What was wrong with Dekker? No. How was Dekker strange?
For a lot of our sessions, he would be pretty impartial.
Yeah.
A passive listener. But towards the end, he liked interfering. Like, he wanted to push me over the edge.
Interesting. How was he interfering?
I'm not sure how this therapy thing works, but if you're talking to a guy who wants to jump off a cliff, don't tell him to jump.
Did you want to jump off a cliff?
It's just an example. I'm not a guy. I don't want to jump off a cliff.
Okay, there you go. There you go. We had some worries about that they were a trap. She says she's not a guy. You are not a guy? Okay, that's part of that. Was that the first thing she tried to disprove? That's a very good question. New Hope. Do you like Star Wars?
Don't know. It's cold in here.
What? Are you cold?
It's a bit chilly in here. The leather's not warm either.
Would you like a coat?
Sorry, say that again.
Did you need me to warm you up?
No idea.
She says no idea, but the look she gave me there. Hint. Oh, right, because she said she thinks a button's undone. There's something wrong with my buttons?
Yeah, you've a button undone.
Where is the button undone? Ah! That's because she told me about Scarlett. Oh, that's true. Tell me more about Scarlett Johansson.
No idea. Is that a dance move?
Okay, can you Tell me more about Charlotte.
Clueless.
There's this. Doesn't think of a name first. Yeah. Ooh, isn't drinks a date?
Dr. Dekker did date his patients. Not me,
Oh,
I'd never agree.
Scarlet, okay.
A drink is not a date. It's Scarlet with 2 T's. Pretentious.
A drink is exactly a date. Yeah. Now here's a question. What if you're just catching up with an old friend? I think it might depend on intent and location. Is it an intimate 2-table drinks, or are you just sitting around a bar? What are you talking about? Like, I think there's more to it. Are you comfortable talking to your significant other about you going for drinks with this person? If you are not, then it might be something else. How many times did you go out with Dekker? That's true. Out of the blue, randomly asked you, hey, want to get a drink of this? It's the day. It was her, though. She was the one who was worried about him. So she wanted to find
We only went out
out.
for drinks that one time.
So it could be innocent. It could be. And if it's only one time, you know, it's legit. She was concerned. I could get behind that.
I want to stop
Blackouts.
having blackouts. I want to be able to remember. I want you to fix me.
Oh, she seems so sad there. Oh. How can I fix you? Oh, we already talked about that. Fine, whatever. How did Dekker push you?
I just felt like I had some kind of special power. And part of me wanted to use it. And he urged me to do that. I don't want to say any more about it, not now.
What kind of special power?
I'm a shape-shifting vampire werewolf. I said I didn't want to talk about it.
I thought that was going to be a
What is it you're
tie-in.
thinking about when you're not listening to me?
I thought that was going to be a tie-in with the shape-shifting detective. I'm so excited. It could be, though. We don't know yet. We don't know yet. What breach was Dekker talking
You know,
about?
like a breach of ethics or something. Girl doesn't ask for details.
Did I play Shape-Shifting Detective? No, because that came out after this one. So I wanted to make sure I played this first. So I went this, then Shape-Shifting, and then their new game coming out after. So I've got that next. That's going to be what we're playing after this one here. Total trap, avoid at all costs. Alright, we've covered everything for Mariana. Yeah, the new one, Poe and... I keep forgetting what it's called. Alright. Dark Knights with Poe and Monroe. They apparently make a... They are in the Shape-Shifting Detective as characters in there, and they have their own spin-off now. It's coming out soon. Excited. So that's why I kind of want to make sure I get through these games. Alright, Nathan. Mr. Groundhog Day, who we've already went through one of his loops with. I'm intrigued.
Hello again, Doctor. I had a bit of a shaky loop incident, but let's not talk about it. Yesterday, I set fire to Hannah's clothes in the garden. I just wanted the day to move forward. I instantly regretted it. And lo and behold, here we are, a new day. Hannah's clothes are a pile of ashes.
Oh. Poor guy. Going through Final Fantasy VII for the first time while stuck in quarantine. Now, are you talking about the original Final Fantasy VII or Final Fantasy VII Remake? Both. Oh, intriguing. I kind of go into like one section and then the other? Oh, you finished Remake after it came out. Oh, okay. That's our OG. How are you finding the comparison so far? I've just started the remake because I want to copy the digital deluxe version recently, so I was very excited. Yeah, it's okay, guitar. I wouldn't say legendary. I mean, it pushed the envelope for its time, and helping progress as the first one going into full 3D, sure. So great for pushing that tech forward. But story-wise, it's okay. It's okay. I find a lot of the people... Now, are you going on more about FF7 Contain, just that game? Or the extended universe of FF7, including like the side games and the movies and all that? The mini games? Okay, I'll give you that, guitar. They had some bitchin' mini games.
Allow me to guide you all to the world of surprises
on
this train that runs toward glory!
Buttons! Oh, God! Thank you! Ah! Oh, for those 3 gift subs. That should bring us up to enough sub points for our new emote slot. That would be it, Buttons. That would be it. So now we have Bait probably bothering me to move the let's see here. The YOLO down to tier 1 so he can bother me with it. Oh no. Just as much as we enjoy bothering him with his bait phase. But you missed it, Buttons. We were asking, I think, Mariana here if she liked you earlier in the game. Someone wanted me to ask her if she liked... No, wait. Was it her or was it Claire? No. Ellen. She likes death. And then I was like, do you like Death by Button Mash? Let's see if she changed her answer.
I feel like you're asking me questions about something I don't know anything about.
Sorry. She doesn't know. She doesn't know. It is what it is. But how are you doing, Buttons? Did you just wake up from your sleep? Have you been having a bad night and you can't sleep? Because at this point, it's probably either really early. Damn, Normie doesn't even know me. I know, right? Who doesn't know Death by Button Mash? The one, the only. In fact, if you do not know about Death by Button Mash, you should check him out. He plays retro games, as well as just chatting. And then, oh, don't you dare. I'll show you how it feels being shouted out, Buttons. And it's not just a shouting out. I'm talking about you, too. Now, I'm going to tell you guys a secret. Yeah, Buttons plays games. He has just chatting and talks about some interesting topics at times. But the real reason why you should check him out is his hair. His glorious, luscious locks. Oh god. Like, you just want to run your hands through it. You know, I like my girls, but Buttons, I'd stroke that fabulous mane of his any day. Now, why did you burn Hannah's clothes? That's true.
I've kept almost all of her stuff as she left it. It's just the clothes. I've decided to burn those yesterday, so here I am. Hannah loved clothes. Every season, she'd donate her entire wardrobe to some charity or another, and only buy stuff she loved. I was left with winter. I don't even know what her favourite season was. Does it matter? What's your favourite season, Doctor?
Ooh, that's a good question. If a 7R was pretty good, I'm enjoying it so far. I just finished getting past the demo part, and I'm starting to go towards the bar to finally meet Tifa for the first time. But I really enjoy the remake a lot more than the original so far. I think it's just the combat system is actually a really great mix between the turn-based and action so far. Once again, I'm not very far. The minigames reported terribly in the PC port. They hardly worked half the time. Oh, yuck. Yeah, I remember playing them. Oh, where's Vincent in the remake? I don't... Vincent in the original game is further on, so I don't think he'd be in the remake. Because, yeah, the remake's just Midgar. Oh, right. My favorite season is summer. Ooh, do I like fall? Actually, I like fall.
I thought you'd be an autumn person.
Did you?
That means you're supposed to be grounded and productive. And you like your space.
I could see that. They stretched the entire Midgar section to 40 hours, though. You see, but that's the thing, though. The nice thing is, it's not so much that they stretched it with meaningless stuff necessarily as well. They've actually added in story and filled stuff in, gave more life to the side characters. So, I mean, that... Ultimately, I think that's why I didn't care for FF7 as much. I felt that the characters I didn't really get behind much, except for a couple of the main ones, and why I really enjoyed Final Fantasy VI a lot more. In Final Fantasy VI, they actually explored the origins and stories about so many of their characters. You find out a bunch about Celis, Terra, Edgar, like everyone. And that's why I liked it so much. There was a whole sweeping story, a big world. The whole thing about the bad guys winning, having to change that, how that affected the world. It was huge. Whereas in FF7, it felt like they rushed many sections at parts. And as much as I dislike the fact that, yeah, no, it's being split into several parts, so you're going to have to buy the game several times to get the whole story, I can respect it. Because if they properly filled it out, where it's not just a bunch of fetch quests that are useless, and they actually packed in more story, added stuff in, filled in plot holes, things like that, it's worth it then. And what did Dr.
Dekker felt that Hannah was holding me back. The memories of Hannah. In his opinion, I was holding on to the past. So I guess he cursed me. If that's even a thing.
Was it more fetch quest from what I've seen? Okay. I mean, I guess let's be honest here. There's a cat for 2 hours. I'm like, If we are honest, most games are essentially just fetch quests, right? And for RPG wise, you're always having to go out and slay X amount of things. And then bring them back. Pieces and bits. MMOs especially, but in terms of even just RPGs, a lot of it is kind of walking around. Oh, the music though. Yeah, I've been enjoying the music so far a lot too. He cursed you?
Yes, Dr. Dekker cursed me. I don't really want to talk about it, but let's just say I blame him for the way I am. Can you give me some advice, Doctor?
Yes, I can give you some advice. What advice do you need?
I've been trying to think how I can get past today. I've come up with a couple of choices.
Yeah?
I could set fire to Hannah's photographs.
Oh god.
I've got them in Dropbox anyway. But setting fire to the clothes did the trick. Or setting fire to a rocking chair. She sounds like an old lady, but she loved that rocking chair, which I've not sat in since. Which one do you think's best?
Well, I would say burn the photos, because like he says, he has it on Dropbox. So if he ends up regretting the action later, he still has that. Oh god, guitar, shut up. Shut up. Don't you get me started on that. A good, right, and proper Final Fantasy Tactics remake? I would swear so much. That would be an instant pre-purchase for me, and I'm anti-pre-purchase now. Heck, even Cyberpunk, which I'm really, really excited for by the looks of it so far, I'm not pre-purchasing. Not until it gets closer. You don't want them to remake the DS. Just... Hey, bait. Screw you. No, I do not. Not, well, no. God, no. And I don't want a shitty port like they do to bring it to mobile. The judge system. I like one of my favorite things for Tactics, the original, is that I would challenge myself. No magic run. All of the same class run. No items, whatever. Just challenge yourself with different compositions and stuff. It was a lot of fun. But I couldn't do that in the Final Fantasy ones with judges because I'd say, all right, I'm doing an all summoner run. This is going to be amazing. Oh, no summons. Well, I've got nothing else. Nothing. Cool. Well, I'm screwed. Love the judge system. If you're playing the game normally and you have a proper mix of classes, I agree that judges could add an interesting mix to it because that also applied to the enemies as well. So you could actually go back and forth to do certain days. So this way, if you know you're going into a battle with a lot of enemy mages, you go into it with a judge that says, no, you can't use magic, and then you go with a lot of physical and chemists, then, yeah. Oh, the calculators? Jeez, yeah, that's a pain in the butt, eh? Let's burn the photos.
Photographs it is then. I'll let you know how it goes.
What were you doing on Valentine's Day? I need your alibi.
I was at Henley Church on Valentine's Day.
Oh.
Visiting Hannah's grave. It's the anniversary of her death.
So what's his face probably can corroborate
wanted
this.
A huge funeral with all the trimmings. Hannah would never have come for it. But it does give me somewhere to visit.
What kind of cheesecake?
I got to write the epitaph.
Death proc on Crush Punch. Oh god. Yeah, no, calculator's got to be ridiculous. What was the epitaph?
We walk alone without our angel.
Interesting. When did you leave Henley Church?
I left Henley Church about 11 o'clock on Valentine's Day. I was talking to an archaeologist who said it uncovered some fossils resembling a strange cephalopod-like creature. Strange place to find an octopus, really. What? Do you think I've got something to do with Dr. Dekker's murder? Maybe you should ask your assistant who Dekker saw that day.
It seems, they really want us to believe this Cthulhu mythology going on here. Do you think I was doing the murder? What were you doing then?
It was a missed call. It was Valentine's Day, so I wasn't in the mood for conversation.
Yeah, and if somebody can actually place them there, that's during the time. Do you feel lonely?
I've been alone since Hannah. I can't imagine anyone ever replacing her. Not that I've looked. Do you think I should look for someone else?
That's a tough question. He has been pining over Hannah for 5 years, who was brutally killed right beside him in the car accident. He hasn't even gotten rid of her stuff yet. Now, what's the right answer? Should he go out there just for a rebound, as it were, to show that yes, he can find love again? Or, considering it's been 5 years, or should he still wait? Hopefully get over her. What say you, my friends? This is a tough one. I don't know. I can see it both ways. I mean, it is beneficial knowing that you can love again. But at the same time, it could be really damaging for the other person if you're not ready. And you're sitting there, like, you see that in movies all the times and comics or shows where the two people sit down at the table and that one person keeps talking about their ex the entire time. And the other one's like, oh god. He thinks he's a god? Maybe not the god, but definitely a god. Oh god. But if he's not stable right now anyways, because he's keeps going through Groundhog Days. Although we've experienced the Groundhog Day, so I think we're going to have to go with no look when you're ready, because he's not physically, or he's not mentally ready right now anyways. He's talking about wanting to burn things. Oh, gotcha, Groundhog Day quote.
Thanks, Doctor. I appreciate that. I still don't think I'm ready to move forward in that respect.
Okay, so that was probably a good answer for him then. Are you
I'm
religious?
not religious, but when I wrote Hannah's epitaph, I knew her parents would want some acknowledgement of the great bearded one. But she was an angel to me. She was an angel to everyone.
Are you laughing at him, Buttons? Are you laughing at him? He's went through a difficult time, and you want him to be laughed at. What's a cephalopod? I wonder if Chris is here. Hey Chris, you still around? What's a cephalopod? Can you let us know? We'll see if you're right. Tell me more about your mother.
She's dead. Thanks for bringing that up.
Ooh, oh, snap. What's your favorite season?
I like winter. Being snowed in with Hannah. Just the two of us. That's paradise.
And for everyone here right now, what is your favorite season? I personally enjoy fall. That's the point where it's starting to cool off from the hot days of summer, which when it's hot and it's finally cooling down, I find to be a lot more enjoyable than when it's cool warming up. There is a very distinct difference between 23 degrees cooled down to 22 or 22 degrees heated, or sorry, 21 heated up to 22. I like it when it's a little bit hotter, but you get that cool breeze going on you or so on. So when there's that, and then of course, yes, the lovely leaves falling, the crunching of them, and there's usually a little bit of a wind in fall. It's a nice cool wind. I find it a little bit more windy. Like winter because it's good weather there. Yeah, no, it's not winter here because we get those stupid feet of snow. Yeah, there's a lot of Cthulhu.
It's a sea creature, like an octopus. I suppose they find dinosaur bones everywhere. Just because we're on land now doesn't mean millions of years ago this place wasn't at the bottom of an ocean.
Yeah, well, I mean, they've been talking about Cthulhu as it is already. And we're talking about insanity and how psychologists are important to help stop or help curb the chaos and insanity around there. So I agree. I'm curious how much farther this Cthulhu mythos is going to go within this game.
She was interested. Maybe I misread. Maybe she was just being kind. I suppose most women wouldn't enjoy me talking about my dead ex for hours.
Yeah, and that was the warning that I was at. Perhaps you should ask. No! I need to find out more about Nathan. How did your mother die?
She stopped breathing. I don't know. I was 6. Something to do with her lungs.
Glad I could figure that out. My mother's dead. Thanks for that. Oh, how did she die? God damn you. Making me relive this. I was 6, damn it!
Hello again, Doctor.
What did we find out about
I had a bit
this
of a
weekend?
shaky loop incident, but let's not talk about it. Yesterday, I set fire to Hannah's clothes in
We
the
talked
garden.
about the clothes.
I just wanted the day to move forward. I instantly regretted it. And lo and behold, here we are, A new day. Hannah's clothes a pile of ashes.
Tell me about the loop. Oh, we've already talked about that. Shaky loop. Okay, we talked about that as well. Can we do the dating sim game? Oh dear. Well, you know. Let's see. One game that I wouldn't mind doing at some point is this one. This one right here. I love you, Colonel Sanders. A finger-licking good dating simulator. All you need to do is watch the trailer and you'll understand. I don't know what that matters. What charity did donate clothes to?
Hannah was forever giving to charity. Her things, her time, our money. I actually suggested a charity that Dr. Dekker mentioned called Mindstretch Outreach.
I thought you started seeing him after her death. Did Dekker ever meet Hannah?
Hannah never met Dr. Dekker. She did donate to his charity once, though.
Interesting. Was talking to the student, but wasn't in the mood for conversation? Student not in mood to talk?
I meant I wasn't in the mood to talk to Dr. Dekker.
Thank you so much for that. I'm guessing that wasn't what you meant, but yes, you want it. Just as bad as I, correct? Hint. What is Mindstretch Outreach?
Mindstretch Outreach arranges programs for gifted children. It's for poor, clever kids who can't afford private education.
Okay, that's
it's not
fair.
much of a charity, I guess, but it certainly ends up with a lot of clever people who are thankful to the people running it. Which, in this case, is Dr. Dekker.
Dum dum dum.
Why would Dekker run Mindstretch? I wonder if I can...
I think Dr. Dekker set up Mindstretch Outreach so that he could influence the minds of children at an early age.
Oh dear.
Getting them to believe they could be anything they wanted to be. Since his death, it's been disbanded. No more minions of Dr. Dekker.
Was Dekker a cultist?
He thinks he was.
Do you like fire?
I think fire is very primal in terms of energy.
I like
Maybe
fire.
if I burn something, my days will keep rolling. Although I'm not sure you're supposed to encourage arson in these sessions, Doctor.
I find this hard because you don't need to greenlight everyone. But there's so much I want to know. So much. Ooh, yes. Why do you think the children were minions?
It just felt like he was growing this child army of intelligentsia.
Aha! That's done! Alright, you. Now we're done with that client. Or two of our clients. Hello?
Hey you. Thanks for helping me with this grief thing. I'm not sure I have it though.
Again with no shoes?
I've got no idea what you're talking about. Sorry.
Are you guilty?
I don't know.
Did you do it?
I think you might be barking up the wrong tree there.
So she doesn't think... She's very antsy. Bouncing around from spot to spot. I agree, I don't trust her one bit. Tell me about Ben.
So, should I get a solicitor, or shall we try and talk it out with him?
Let's try to talk it out first.
Good choice. I'll go and see Ben to see if I can get him to call off the dogs. I have no idea what's gotten into him. Perhaps it's his mum.
His mum? Who had a session on Valentine's Day? I simply must know.
On Valentine's Day, Dr. Dekker had a session with Claire Castleford at 11 and that nurse, Elin, at 3. Everyone else cancelled. You should see this place Christmas Eve. I was at home though, so I don't actually know who came in. Dr. Dekker did phone and ask me for Nathan's number, which is a bit strange.
There's Nathan. Your notes. Did Dekker call Nathan the day he was murdered? I should ask Nathan. That is true. However, it says it's green. What else is in our notes? Didn't drink. Killed on Valentine's Day. Like, there's a lot of notes about Mariana. So I think she's going to end up being important. Okay. I'm curious about this thing about Nathan. Yeah, no, there's nothing. Okay, so it looks like I'm going to have to ask him another time. Shall we talk about grief?
I don't really know where to start. I feel a bit numb. Maybe we should just talk about him.
What was Dekker like?
It hadn't even been a year. He was a quiet, solitary man. A good listener, as I suppose you'd need to be. His confidence did grow as time wore on, but that's what you'd expect after you've fitted in. I mainly miss our chats. He used to work late with me and tell me things about the patients, things that I probably shouldn't have heard, but did. What do you think of the patients? Nah, perhaps you shouldn't say. You can ask me. Go on, I'll tell you what I think.
Sure. What do you think of the patients? Yes, tell me about Mariana. What do you think of her?
Mariana is a special girl. You know, there's something about her that just makes you want to follow her. Maybe that's what a trendsetter looks like.
Really? Follow her? I don't know. She seems lost to me.
I think Bryce has a lot of misdirected anger. I don't think I like him that much. You know, sometimes when things overrun, he's outside waiting for you, and he stares at me as if he's undressing me with his eyes.
Like this.
You know, he's not the first person that's done that, but still, you know, it feels worse coming from him.
Which one is Bryce again? Right, this guy. The extra hour man. Tell me about Claire, the rich
Claire
snob.
seems to be shaken by something. You know, I offer her drinks every time she comes in, but she always refuses them. It's as if she just wants to come in, get her session over with, and then run off to do something else. It's a bit rude, isn't it?
I agree. Elin, the angel of
seems
death.
like a lovely person. I'm not really sure why she's here.
Yeah, she's... Of anything, I'm kind of more concerned about Elin. Because, like she said, I'm not sure why she's here. She wants to talk about the stresses of work, but she doesn't seem to be upset about it at all. Nathan.
Oh, I just want to cuddle Nathan all up. He's such a mess. He's always in the same clothes. You know, he barely talks to me though. It's the same hello every time. He reminds me of Tom.
Tom? Who's that?
Tom was a quiet mess, like Nathan. Youngish, in his early 20s. He taught piano, but he did have a strange hobby.
What kind of hobby?
Tom liked to base jump. That's
Okay.
basically falling from a huge building or mountain and pulling your parachute before you hit the ground. He started to think he could fly. Dr. Dekker tried to talk him out of it, but Tom had to prove his point. So one day, Tom decided to base jump without a parachute. Can you guess what happened?
He's alive to this day. He flew out into the sky. Did Tom die?
He did die. He was hit by a rock from further up the mountain. He never got to fly. Nathan thinks he knows what his problem is too, but if he's not careful, he'll get hit by that rock. I wish I'd said goodbye.
Yeah, but what about the pilot? You just allowed that? Well, it's also jumping off mountains and stuff, right? It was considering he jumped off the mountain, there was no pilot. He just walked up to a cliff and whee! There's someone you wanted to say goodbye to.
I wish I'd said goodbye to Dr. Dekker. It was so sudden. You know, here, then gone. He resigned anyway, but that's not the same, is it?
Wait, what? Dr. Dekker resigned? So then what was he doing in the office? Did Dekker
Dr.
resign?
Dekker resigned shortly before his murder. You know, it's sad, but doctors come and go and only poor Jaya remains. I've got his resignation letter somewhere. You know, I do all the hiring and firing around here. Well, Professor Alderby and the Trust technically do that.
Here's about this letter. Decker's resignation letter. No my concern. Please accept this letter's intention to resign from my position. That is a very concise letter. All right then.
Professor Alderby is a trustee. Did I not mention that?
It looks like he was talking about weird stuff with Dekker as well. Why did you work late?
We'd work late together on all sorts of things. He was preoccupied with finding patterns in patients, trying to find some kind of order.
Order in the chaos? What patterns was he trying to spot?
Mainly he was searching for a common experience the patients might have had. That's what led them to his office.
Interesting.
He'd study everything, even the referral letters.
Referral letters?
Yes. Letters, parking tickets, holiday destinations. You know, I find those referral letters. He was sure there was a pattern in them.
Interesting. Hey there, Ravage. How's it going? What you been up to today? Brack! Yes! Although I only really knew Brack from Space Ghost Coast to Coast. So, you know. Why am I asking her who or what is Cthulhu? Out of nowhere. So tell me about this Cthulhu. What's Ben's mom got to do with it?
She was cuddling him like he was 6. He's 25.
Interesting. Can you tell me about Dr. Dekker's patients?
Most of the patients are suspects, according to the police. Almost all the patients are referred, and some of them are privates, but Dr. Dekker didn't introduce any of them.
Oh, I should probably edit my stream info quickly here. There we go. Take out that 3 subs, because I know I didn't have a sub goal thing on the bottom of the screen, so I don't want to be anybody feel guilted in all of a sudden if I there's 3 suddenly drop, like, did I help? And I'd be like, oh no, I'm so sorry. Buttons push us over that edge. What happened to Dr. Dekker's glass in Alderberry's video? Ooh.
It smashed.
Oh, geez, thank you. Thank you for letting me know. What does she have to say about Cthulhu?
So you watched the tapes. Gold star for you.
She hasn't answered. Son of a... Welcome back, Cheese. Welcome. You believe what about gods? Let's see if I can shorten
Everyone has to believe in something, don't they, Doctor?
it. Okay. Wow, that was very short and concise.
Sorry, Doctor. I don't know.
What did I? To confirm Ellen's alibi, I need to tell her who Ellen said. What the what? Confirm Ellen's alibi.
I don't know anything about.
Ellen came on Valentine's Day. Yeah. I don't know how to. Wait, what?
Elin seems like a lovely person.
Okay, I'm confused. How to. About how to word that.
Nobody likes chaos, Doctor. We're supposed to be restoring order, don't you think?
Unfortunately, I can't make hints come any faster than every 30 seconds. Urgh. Jaya needs to confirm Ellen's alibi. I need to tell her who Ellen said could do that. Oh, right. Mariana said that. Wait. Ellen was, because Ellen was on the docks. Is what it was. Pier, yeah. With Mariana.
I think I'm going to get into trouble now. Have you ever heard of secret shoppers? Well, Professor Alderby posed as a patient to test Dr. Dekker. It's just a thing that he does. I'm sure he'll come and visit you at some stage, so please play along.
Ooh, interesting. See, I don't know how to word this. Jaya needs to confirm Ellen's alibi. I need to tell her who Ellen said could do that. I don't know how to word that. Maybe talk to Ellen first. Well, that's the thing. I maybe. How are you? Oh, let's just say hello first.
I haven't had a great day, to be honest.
Oh.
Someone accused me of stealing from my patients, which I would never do. Plus, Hilda's getting worse.
Uh-oh. How are you today? Okay, that's covered under the hello. Yeah, what were you accused of stealing?
This? Well, it started with this. It's a locket. Alice, one of my patients, gave it to me before she died.
Oh. Oh. What else have your patients given you? Must depart? Alright, you have yourself a fabulous evening, Chris. We'll chat to you some other time. Have yourself a good night. I bid thee adieu.
I have a few other things. A watch, a ring. One patient gave me a little china bird. They're not valuable, just trinkets, really.
Yeah, but every patient giving you something? Mm-hmm. They're all trinkets?
Strictly speaking, all of the patient's belongings should be passed on to family members after they die. But Alice's son never visited. He didn't care about his mum. Why would he care about some worthless piece of jewellery? It just doesn't feel right to me. What do you think, Doctor? Am I wrong to keep the locket?
The way you just said that, girl, they did not gift it to you. You took it. Yes, it's wrong to keep the locket. At that point, I agree. Yes, cheese. Yes, guitar. If it was actually gifted to her from said person, I want you to have this. Okay. But here she just said, oh, well, the family member didn't visit, so I just took it. Well, no.
Really? I don't see the harm. Alice wanted me to have it. You and Terry and all the other nurses just don't understand.
And just make a judgment like that based on what you think is the truth. Yeah. And not to mention, we're talking about really old people who are dying. They might not have the proper faculties in their brain where they might have saw her as a daughter or something at that point when it's not the case and it is a family heirloom. It doesn't have to be valuable to be important for the family. You mentioned Hilda.
Hilda's the one I mentioned in our last session. She's dying. I can tell.
Yeah, you said she's getting worse.
I need to see her before it's too late.
Why do you need to see Hilda? Yeah, see, why do you need to see Hilda? Exactly as I
phrased. To help
her
finish her unfinished business. People who are dying always have things they wish they could do before they go. We leave a lot of loose ends in our lives. We're very messy that way.
I can see that. What's her unfinished business?
Hilda wants to see her daughter. She's in Australia, so I'm going to have to use my talent.
What is your talent?
I can change my skin. What I look like. I can turn into a patient's loved one. I just hold their hand and ask them to imagine that the person they want to see is sitting right here next to them, and I become them. It's how I help them move on. That's how I comfort them.
Interesting. We'll feed your cat. Literally your only loose end. These people are old, they can't tell. Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah. Guitar, that is actually one of my fears. Think about this way. How often do you personally actually talk to someone? How long until if you were to have something wrong happen to you, would it be until you're found? You can't get to a phone or anything before somebody came to actually check on you. I'm sitting here in today's day and age, I don't really talk to people that much. Like, honestly, if something were to happen to me, like, I've got my kids, and then that's really about it right now. They'd have to fend for themselves. I mean, luckily they know how to call 911 now, at least, if something bad happens. But if something, like, otherwise, it's like, yeah. Honestly, I think it would be a long time. Like, probably longer for 2 weeks for me. I mean, sure, you guys might be like, oh, Vesever usually is online. Or he's really good about saying that he's not going to stream or something. So online, you guys might be pinging me on Discord, tweets, whatever. But other than that, nobody would really know. Dum, dum, dum. Just watch there's a murderer listening to it. It's like, good, good. Now to dox him. How does it comfort them?
I only shift at work to help my patients. I don't have any interest in using it as a party trick or to deceive anyone.
Can you show me your talent? Show me.
I don't really have anything to tell you about that.
Precious. Leave 2 weeks of food out for your cat. But Guitar, you literally are the food for your cat. Cats will eat you when cats will eat you when you die. If there's nothing left out. Oh, I guess it comes down to if you leave enough food, maybe. That's a good question. If there is enough food, will they still go for the food over the meat? Huh. Intriguing. What were you doing on Valentine's night?
Actually, I had a hot date.
Ooh.
It wasn't anything serious, just some guy I know. But it was a nice date. Different to what I'm used to.
Meat has hydration in it for cats, it's true. Why was the date different?
It was very traditional, old-fashioned, you know? Dinner at a nice restaurant. Then we went for a little walk along the pier. Held hands, had a bit of a kiss. Then he called a cab, and I went home, alone.
What time did you get in the
I
cab?
think it was about 11 when I left Max.
So her alibi matches.
I'm sure you could check with the taxi company if you really wanted to. If you think I need an alibi.
That was rather pointed. Maybe Jaya should check Ellen's alibi with the taxi company. Okay. So there you go. That's probably why. You tell me anything else about Dr.
Yes,
Dekker?
I had a session with Dr. Dekker on Valentine's Day. 3 o'clock, I think. Just a few hours later, he was... I still can't get over it.
Who was your date with? Was it with another patient?
His name is Max. He's really sweet, but I don't see a future between us. He's not really my type.
When did you figure that out? Before or after dinner? Dum dum dum. Tell me about Max.
I've known Max a couple of years, but this is the first time we've been on a date. I don't think he's boyfriend material.
Why not? Why is he not boyfriend material? Dish girl, dish.
I'm not sure about that.
He's a simp. Gosh darn, that word's being used a lot these days. Who accused you of
Of
stealing?
course, it was Terry that accused me of stealing. One of the other nurses. She's actually trying to make out that I'm some kind of HSK.
The heck is an HSK? HSK stand for?
Healthcare serial killer.
Ah.
You know, like those nurses that kill loads of their patients. I'm surprised you haven't heard of it. Anyway, because a few of my patients have died on me, and some of those patients have given me gifts, Terry thinks it means that I've been killing them off.
I mean, I could see that. It's like a simp explosion overnight. Reminds me of cock being... Oh god, yeah, cock was used for a long time. Chad and Karen is thrown around a lot more these days. I'm totally not that thing I'm surprised you haven't heard of. Yeah. Just like how inting is something new that I've learned about from League of Legends. Before we just called it intentionally feeding, or they were feeding, or they're a feeder. Now it's called inting, which sounds so stupid to me, but whatever. But I guess it makes sense because there is a difference between inting and feeding. feeding, I mean, you could just be having a bad game, and you are feeding them, but it's not intentional. Anyways, that's neither here nor there. How was Dr. Dekker on Valentine's Day?
Dr. Dekker seemed fine on Valentine's Day. He seemed to be in a good mood. It didn't seem like anything was bothering him.
Intimate. Oh dear, you have a very different version of intimate. How can you tell when people are dying?
I can sense it, you know?
Am I dying?
It's like when you're outside and there's a sudden change in the light or the air feels different and you know it's going to rain. It's like that. I always know when one of my patients is fading, even before the doctors know. Their energy changes. It sounds silly when I put it into words. I sound like my mum.
Because her mom was all into the new agey stuff. I don't know, Cheese. That could be her ultimate ability. You don't know. And the ultimate, her ultimate is being able to sense when people die. The skin changing part, that's just a psychological issue. Who was Alice?
Alice was one of my favourites. She never held back, spoke her mind about everything. But she had a wicked sense of humour.
Well, she holds their hand. Change your skin.
I don't know how it works. I just know that it does.
Okay, Mystique. Thanks. Thanks for that. That's not a conversation ender. Yeah, that's one of my gripes about this. A lot of it's like, eh. There you go. It's especially terrible with Claire. I hate talking to Claire. Bint. What kind of word is that? What? Dekker, good mood?
We talked about families, I think. Our mums. I probably spent far too much time talking to Dr. Dekker about my mum.
Why say many words when few words do good? When few words good. Lying about love?
I didn't lie. I'm really not interested in dating anyone. I just went out with Max as a favour, for a friend. Like I said, it wasn't anything serious.
Favor friend?
I don't know.
What friend?
I think we've got a bit off track. Maybe you should check your notes.
Tell me more about this favor. She deceiving her patients. Ooh.
I don't think I'm deceiving my patients when I shift. I'm helping them.
Dekker's mom hot? That's a good question. Wait, am I hot?
That's not really important. Ask me something else.
Fine, I just wanted to know. Ooh, did you date Dekker? Oh my goodness.
No. I didn't go on a date with Dr. Dekker. He's my therapist. I would just be wrong.
Me thinkest doth protest too much. Oh, thinnest? Come on, man.
Sorry, no.
Talking about your mum?
My mum's a nightmare.
All about
I
that
said
new
she was
age.
into all this new age stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
So she thinks she can tell me what I should be doing all the time because she got a message from her spirit guide that said I'm not eating well, or I'm not getting enough sleep.
But is it true?
Or I'm not looking after my inner moonbeam or whatever. It drives me nuts. But she's my mum. I love her, so I have to take it.
Tell me more about this inner moonbeam.
No. That's not a question for me.
Okay, I guess that would be a question for her mom. Fine, okay. Why give him a locket?
It was the one thing she held on to right until the end. Her most treasured possession.
So then why would you get it?
She said she wanted me to have it.
Because she thought you were her
You don't
daughter or
argue
something.
with a dying person's last wishes.
If Ellen has any loose ends, ooh, do you have any loose ends?
That's a good question.
That is a good question.
No, I don't think I have any loose ends. I don't know what that says about me.
That you don't have any loved ones. Nobody that's you could worry about leaving behind. That is a big thing about people, is they worry about having everything neat and tidy, that they wanted to say goodbye to someone. One last chance to... Ooh. Dekker. Unfinished business.
Dr. Dekker almost certainly had unfinished business. He didn't know he was going to die. But it's too late now. That's why I have to help Hilda while I can.
I am committed. Committed to learning about people. 500 questions asked, people. 500. Wow. It doesn't feel like I've asked that many. What did Dekker say about his mum?
Sounds like Dekker and his mum had a few issues. That's what I liked about Dr. Dekker.
He was real.
It wasn't just him asking me questions and analysing me. He talked about himself as well.
What did he talk about?
I don't know. Are you happy, Doctor?
Oh no! She's asking me. Yes, I'm happy. No, I'm not happy. Why, Vitalik? What is this game? It is a murder mystery, but also, basically, I'm a psychologist. The psychologist before me was murdered, and I've taken on his patients. I am trying to figure out who the murderer is to help the police, as well as just do my actual psychology job and try to help them. We're getting broken people and leading, learning which ones to hit on. Yes, there's that too. In which case, it is very much a type what questions you're asking. You know what? Let's say, no, I'm not happy. Clearly, I stayed here all night.
I had a feeling. You know, you can talk to me. Just because I'm the patient and you're the therapist doesn't mean it can't work the other way around.
Now, the nice thing is they have little pop-ups down here, and they let you know when you are out, when you've covered everything. You can look through the responses. Okay, yep. So it looks like I probably missed something about that one. There's another one here. If it's amber, I found the key points that I can move on. But green, you found everything. So technically, Ellen has more to say. I just need to find it. I don't have to know everything, but I'm intrigued about some of these people.
Sounds like Dekker and his mum had a few issues. That's what I liked about Dr. Dekker. It wasn't just him asking me questions and analysing me. He talked about himself as well.
Dekker's mum's issues?
I feel like you're asking me questions about something I don't know anything about.
And the other thing I like, because they realize that this game, you need to have things worded a specific way, They have a very generous hint system. There's no detriments to using hints. So if you're lost, you can just keep hitting hint. What did... Oh my gosh, Dekker say about himself?
Mainly he talked about being a therapist. He said he had a few patients like me, you know, with special gifts. He said not all of them were as enlightened as me.
Uh-oh. Getting full of herself. Yeah, what do you mean by enlightened?
Well, you know, I know what I can do is special. I see it as a good thing. But apparently, some of his other patients saw their abilities as a curse. Dr. Dekker hated that. He said he wished they could all be more like me.
I bet. I tried asking what was wrong with it. Like, for example, here. What issues did Dr. Dekker have with his mother? I tried asking about that earlier, but I didn't word it correct, I suppose.
I'm not sure I should talk about that. Aren't I breaking some reverse patient-therapist confidentiality?
No, you're not. Tell me. No. You are not. Please tell me more.
No.
Does it hurt when you change? Oh, interesting.
No, it doesn't hurt at all. I don't think it's a physical thing. I don't think my body actually changes.
What?
I think it's more like an illusion. Like my energy changes or something.
So what, you just magically start refracting light around you? And you perceive me as something else? Okay, we're going to do mental exercise here, everyone. Okay. My hair is growing longer. Long, beautiful hair. Yeah, no, that's all I got. What don't the other nurses understand? Interesting. What don't other nurses?
The bond I have with my patients is not the same for the other nurses. They don't have my special talent.
Why illusion?
It just sort of fades when I let go of their hand. Obviously, I can't see myself, but I feel it leave me. If you get what I mean.
But you can. You can look down. Oh, didn't know that Christopher Lloyd was streaming this? Wait, who? Huh? What? So confused. Ah! I'm so confused. Oh, how you change your energy. Oh. Haha. 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 I understand now. For a moment, I'm like, oh, is there someone else famous streaming this? Let's go look. I am too gullible. Ooh, how many times have you shifted? That's a good question.
I've shifted a few times now. I honestly couldn't tell you how many.
Gee, thank you for that. Buckets of information. Oh, it's another 10 seconds. I would love to be able to lower the cooldown further. Options. But yeah, no, it's timer's easy. 30 seconds is the closest it can get. Oh, wow. I'm only 32% of the overall game finished.
At midnight each day.
On Valentine's.
Wait. Oh. Okay, so it's kind of like a little bit of a recap. It's 11. I know. I just want to finish Ellen. I want to finish Ellen, then I'll be done. There should only be a little bit left. Oh gosh, so long. Old hands to work.
It only lasts for as long as I'm holding the hand. I think it needs that connection.
She's just like dancing on that cushion. Oh, yeah, it popped green. All right. Oh, Lacey, is that new? Oh, right, her. Yes. Jasmine's new. She's not showing up. Wait, what? Oh, that's a very slow walk in. Oh, goodness. All right. What? As I said, once Ellen was done, we're going to be ending it here. So, thank you very much, everybody, for hanging out with me today and helping me figure out questions for this lovely game, The Infectious Madness of Dr. Dekker. Oof. And what a ride this has been. Oh, hi, True Fact. I'm just finishing for the night here, but hello, goodbye. Sorry, I was about to stream. Hey, no worries. No worries. You lead yourself a very hectic life, and I do not envy you. I will say that much. What up? Goodness gracious. Okay. So, first of all, thank you, Cheese, once again, for that resub. And Death by Button Mash for gifting out those 3 subs to the community here. I hope you have yourselves all a wonderful, wonderful evening. We will be continuing this game over on Monday, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. We are 62% finished Act number 2. Only 32% done at the full game. So far, it is a green dot run. We'll see if we continue that way. Doctor, you don't give up easily. Your patients like you. That's weird. So anyways, you all have yourselves a good night. We'll see you later. Farewell.
At midnight.